Hey, hello and welcome everybody I'm Jerry and this is 3DHP. I thought about 20 minutes ago, hey, let's go live today. I haven't done it in about a week and it's time to do another hangout. I just get busy like all you do, doing this and doing that, and it kind of makes it hard. Jesse Foreman, hello. Michael Castle, how you doing? Let me get over here with my comments. Yeah, I'm streaming to Twitter this time. I've never tried that before. I forget the name of the program that I logged into, and now I'm streaming to Twitter. I'm on my Facebook group, and I should be on YouTube. I should be on all three. So hopefully that's working fine. Hey, Zachary 3D Prince, how you doing? I see Zachary was streaming earlier. I popped in briefly. I didn't say anything. I was busy around the house doing things. What do I got going on today? Well, I've got a present here I'm working on for somebody. I've got a John Wayne by Fragments, a base, and the horse isn't done yet. I still got to do a bunch of sanding and a little more putty work on the horse. But I'm going to be painting this black and then hitting it with rub and buff and getting it mailed off to Texas here pretty soon. So, and his reins, I guess you would call it, is where bib goes. I think it's called the bib, goes into his mouth. This is kind of screwy, so I'm going to reprint this piece here in resin, and then I'll probably use PLA for the rope going up and connect it. HVAC, how you doing? Sasha, how you doing? Let me put an invite link there if anybody wants to drop in and hang out and chit chat. I haven't posted it, but I'll throw it down in chat. And I'll probably stream for, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours today. We'll have to see how it goes. We don't talk about sex. We don't talk about politics. Let's try to stay on hobby topics only. When, we get straight off, then the conversation kind of gets carried away. So let's just stay talking about hobby stuff. Hey, Zach, how you doing? We get straight off.
Fine, thank you.
Let me turn off your YouTube there. I can hear myself, and I'll turn the speaker down.
Yeah, I was working on it.
Oh,
I had some time to mute the YouTube.
Let's see. Is anybody okay? Here we go. That's over on my Twitter. So yeah, using Periscope through Twitter. Thank you very much. Laugh loudest. Yeah, I've never streamed through Twitter before, so I figured I would start. Next Tuesday at 12 p.m. Pacific, in the middle of the day, I'm gonna have ZYLTECH on from Texas, and we're gonna talk to them about their company. There'll probably be a few giveaways during that stream, which I'll list. But if you drop in on Tuesday to watch that and you want to be eligible for the giveaways, you have to be watching through YouTube, not through any other service, because I'm going to be using Nightbot for the drawing, and that's only connected to YouTube. But that would turn out pretty good. I know last year when I used to stream weekly, I was ZYLTECH or a few other companies were giving me filament here and there, and during each stream I was giving away a roll or two here and there. And this year I kind of stopped doing that, but it's kind of nice to do occasionally. People like getting goodies.
Well,
hello from across the pond. So yeah, the weather here in Vegas, it's cloudy out. It looks like it might rain. It's like cool. It hasn't rained here in like 8 or 9 months. It's always sunny, and anyway, it's pretty cool. So yeah, on my rub and buff, I've got, what do I got? Great, gotta put on my glasses.
Yeah,
I've got silver leaf, gold leaf, one that's not open called Spanish copper, which I think I'll use, and then antique gold. Since I got this John Wayne, he's in a high gloss black. He's been primed high gloss black. I'm thinking maybe the antique gold might look good on it, or the Spanish copper. The Spanish copper, I'm not really sure which one will look best, but obviously once I get started, I'm committed to that color. So, and I've got a rag here. I'm just going to start rubbing it on lightly here and there. I haven't used rub and buff in a long time. I've used it once or twice, but it's been a few years ago. So I'm going to work on that, work on the base. Where the horse goes and where the feet go, I've got silly putty in there. So when I painted it, I don't get paint down in there because you can't attach the paint with super glue. And I'll dig that putty out and then go over it and see how it comes out.
Looks great.
And something else I'm thinking about doing, rather than getting an Etsy store set up, which I need to do to start selling off prints and stuff that I have since I have so much, I basically can't afford my hobby right now. My pension, every month I get my pension, which is a decent amount of money, but by the 15th of the month, every month I'm down to broke. So I rely on donations or where I can get extra money to buy things. And I need to start selling prints. So I thought about having a live stream where I take down 4, 5, 6 of my Star Wars heads, my biggest prints, and kind of have them for sale on the live stream. And then if I sell them, people can pay me through PayPal while I'm on the stream. I'll see it and I'll set that aside and move to the next one. So that's what I'm considering doing, USA only, because it's really expensive to ship around the world. It's,
I know.
yeah, it's beyond ridiculous to ship anything overseas, unless it's an envelope. You know, if it's a sticker or something, it's no big deal. But a box is crazy expensive. So it's just an idea that I had.
I paid this week. I paid for a FedEx shipment to the United States. I paid $40.
Wow, that's reasonable. I can ship something across the country and pay that. I mean, this box right here, which I'm going to unbox, it's a Spawn model that I printed a while back, and I was going to sell it. No one bought it, but I had it boxed up ready to go. That'll cost me $35 or $40 to ship this across the U.S. If I try to ship this to England, it's like $300.
Oh.
Omar, how's it going? How you doing? Omar's in the house.
Hello.
If that's the same Omar, he's an awesome printer. That might be a different Omar, though. Omar Perez. If that's Omar Perez, let me know. Or Baez or Perez. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, if that's the same person. Anyway, what do you got going on today?
Me or?
You, yeah.
I had a talk with Martin from iFactory. iFactory 1, the Belt 3D printer from Germany. Was a nice interview. Was also my first interview that I did for the channel. It was a very nice interview. I enjoyed it well, and also during the live stream, a few people backed also the Kickstarter campaign, so it was
Cool.
very nice. Helping out the brands, the companies that start with 3D printer manufacturing, so always good.
Baez. Pronounced Baez. I believe that's what he's saying. Hyphenated Baez. Okay. Yeah, he posts a lot of work over on my Facebook group and all over the place. He is an awesome painter. He's an awesome, he's really awesome in how he prints his models, makes them look, and his painting is top notch. So, yeah, I'm an okay painter. He's an awesome painter. So that's kind of how I categorize it. 1 to 10, I'm a 3.5 to 4. He's like a 8.5 to 9.
But Jerry, it depends also how long time you can take for doing something like that. I mean, yeah. I did a terrible paint job here. I mean, it was my first. Don't complain about it, but
looks good.
It's okay. It's nice. But getting the right color matches with the model that you are going for, it's difficult. Even though if you have a painting background, it's still difficult sometimes.
Yeah, Omar, I don't think you've ever jumped into a live stream yet. Are you ready? You got your room out back all set up. Hopefully you got your camcorder. It's a live hangout. There isn't that many people watching. You want to pop in and try it out? If so, here's the link.
Just click the link.
You don't have to download anything. You just click it. You test your camera and your mic, or you can have an emoji. You just talk and then we can't see. You can just have an emoji. So if you want to, you don't have to, obviously. But anybody wants to drop in and hang out that wants to talk about hobby stuff, there's the link.
Yeah, this Martin where I had this interview with, he didn't have any camera, but just audio. And it was good enough.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of got burned out on streaming. Trying to do 2 live streams and then having a guest on during the week, and then I'm trying to do projects around the house or setting up the laser cutter. I just kind of got burned out, and I wasn't doing much today. And I said, you know what? I might as well go live. I want to tinker on some models. Why not sit and chat with people, and I can still work on stuff.
Yeah, I can imagine. I did that too Wednesday, I guess. I was working on that printer, watching how it went. Got a nice calibration cube out of it, and then it got clocked. It's a clone hot end in there, so I have to do some certain things with it to get it unclocked. But the live stream was 5 hours, for a normal midday.
Everybody in chat watching, or Zachary that's used Rub and Buff, should I use antique gold, Spanish gold, or gold leaf for this John Wayne model? I'm thinking that the gold leaf and the antique gold are about the same. Then I've got this other tube of Spanish copper. So I'm not sure which would look best on the John Wayne model. And that's my phone talking to me. Yeah, John Wayne kind of stands here. And then the horse, I don't remember which way he goes. He's standing by his horse, basically.
Oh.
3D Print Newbie, how you doing? Anyway, what are you doing this weekend? What do you got going on?
Me, I need to go to the hairdresser, do some coloring of my hair again, because last time it wasn't done properly. Birthday celebration on 2 days because of the COVID-19. So people come in blocks, and just doing some things with the new Fetus Dragonfly hot end, installing it.
Here, show me again. Oh, nice.
It's the brand new one. So I'm very curious how this is going to work on my ANET ET4, because the Ender 3 Pro has already all metal hot end, so it's going to be a great improvement.
Yeah, my Hypercube has a V6 clone. I believe that's what's on it. And I need to put something different on it.
Yeah, that is also what I have here on the Prusa clone. And it was not printing pretty well, so I tried to jack out the filament, and then it snapped off, and now I don't get it out. It's terrible.
Well, you got to be careful when you're jacking out the filament, you know.
Yeah, because those clones are not that high quality as the E3D. I don't know, not from experience, but I can guess that the E3D has better quality than the clones.
Yeah. What's going on, Red Light?
Hey, Sergio.
What in the world just happened? How did that? Oh, that's strange. I just realized that. Oh, now I know what happened on Astro Printer. I thought he kept throwing his link out there over and over and over, but every time I post my link in StreamYard, it's throwing it on Twitter automatically. Okay. I was wondering why that was happening, because I thought he was spamming his own chat, but no, that's okay. That's what's going on. If I just want to throw it out on YouTube, I got to go over here on my other monitor where I popped out chat on my other window. But
yeah, I see on YouTube, I see the link just once, and on StreamYards, I see it twice.
Okay. All right. So maybe everybody okay, I understand. So maybe everybody watching on YouTube, okay, I see you're only seeing it once. And then the people over on Twitter see a link too. All right. Just trying to figure it out. I figured streaming to multiple platforms will bring more people in. But if they want to get involved in any giveaways, they got to come over to YouTube, obviously, because Nightbot only works with YouTube. Yeah, Omar's wondering where everybody's at in chat. I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada, and Zach, you're over in
the Netherlands, in a place called Venray. Not Amsterdam, not Rotterdam or The Hague, but Venray. Not even a city, just a village. But
yeah,
hey.
I was a little kid. I lived in a village called Murdoch, Nebraska, and I moved here to Vegas when I was 5 years old. It had one gas station, one tiny little store like you see in an old movie. And, that was about it. The whole street was a block long, and that was the whole town. But there's a lot of houses surrounding the area. Real tiny little place.
A very typical movie scene.
I guess I could live anywhere as long as I got good internet and there's an Amazon that will deliver to me. I'd be happy. But I got to have good internet and I got to have access to Amazon. I don't buy everything on Amazon, but it's really convenient when a lot of stuff I can get the next day. because there's 2 warehouses here in Vegas, and if not, then it's usually 2 days.
Wow. That's awesome. When I ask Amazon.com to deliver something in the Netherlands, for example, the Ender 5 Pro, it would cost me around $213 to get it in the Netherlands. So, very high shipping cost. Yeah, Omar, agree. Totally agree. When all those viruses, then I also want to start traveling again to Belgium, to Germany, to United States. Prague, Moscow.
I'm using antique gold. I'm committed now.
Yeah, I thought you would do that.
I thought about using a little paintbrush for the nooks and crannies, but I think a rag will be good enough because obviously you don't want to completely cover it. Otherwise, it just looks like it's painted. You want the black to bleed through.
Yeah.
And just highlight everything.
Yeah. How long print is that? What you have there?
The base, probably 24 hours. And then I printed John Wayne in parts. I don't remember how long it took. And then the horse took a bit, but the legs were separate. The tail, I think the head. I don't remember on that.
Cool. Yeah, I saw your pictures on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Very much, quite a lot prints there, everywhere.
Yeah, I kind of got carried away a long time ago. Yeah, Fragment's done that one. Oh, and I asked Frag after I bought the model from him. I said, "Where's his holster?" He goes, "What do you mean holster?" I said, "John Wayne's got a holster. A cowboy has a belt. You put your gun holster." He says, "Well, he doesn't have one." I thought about printing one, but I never did. But now there's no holster on him, so I guess he just sticks it in his pants.
He forgot it at home.
He's got a belt on for his bullets, but there should be a holster on the side, and there's not. Unless he's seen it in the movie somewhere and he didn't have one. I don't know. Because most people, well, I'm sure almost all people that design, they base their design off of a picture or something that they've seen somewhere and, go from there.
Yeah, awesome. And cowboy without a gun.
Oh, no, he has a gun, but no holster to put it in.
Oh.
When he's done using it, I guess he just stick it in the front of his pants.
Yeah. How you would like it, how you would see it in the movies nowadays. The gun was too expensive. No room for a holster.
Yeah, I got some pictures here. Let me see. Here's my. Well, that's what my room looks like right now. There's the laser I'm currently working on. I'm waiting to come up with the money to buy another board for it. I'm not going to get the Cohesion 3D. I'm going to buy the other one. I can't think what it's called right now. Buy another board for it. I have to get air assist and put on it. I've got to buy some distilled water. What else? I got to buy Lightburn. That's $40, the software. And then hopefully in a couple weeks when the first hits, I should have enough money to buy some goodies. And then there's the other half of the room. There's a Ghostbuster car waiting to be worked on. And I have the one resin printer. And I got that vacuum cleaner sitting out there. So when I make a mess, I just use the hose attachment and vacuum up the junk. I got a shop vac out in the garage, but it's a lot quicker to just use a house vac. So.
It's looking nice. You have more space than I have.
You have a house or an apartment?
I've got a house, but all of the bedrooms are taken. And where I'm sitting now, it's just the living room. And the space that I'm using is 4 by 2 meters.
Wow. Yeah, most people don't have a lot of room to do stuff, but I have a 4-bedroom house here. The bedrooms are real small. and it's just me and my wife. We don't usually ever have company over. So, and this room that I'm in now used to be a living room when I bought the house. There's like a living room, a kitchen, then there's a wall, and then there's another living room on the other side of it. And this is the bigger of the two living rooms. And we used to have a big table in here. When I first moved in, I had a pool table in here like they have in bars. And I thought it'd be really cool to have a pool table until I owned it and I didn't use it. You know, like most things, people know it's better to want than have, because once you have it, then you don't appreciate it and want it. So I guess if I was a multimillionaire, I'd probably be unhappy because I could have everything, but once I had it, I probably wouldn't be happy. I don't know. I think that's how it works.
Yeah, I want it, and then you have it, and then, nah,
Yeah.
why? Yeah, I think something like 10 years ago we brought a for juice, making juice, such kind of machine. We never used it. Never. It's just a dust collector.
And I know they came out with that chocolate printer. Cool, you can print a benchy out of chocolate. Whoop-de-doo. I mean, it's a novelty thing that's probably like $2,000. You're going to use it once or make a couple videos, and then what do you do with it? You put it on the shelf and it collects dust.
Yeah.
I can't see why somebody would ever use something like that more than once. But I guess if you had a business, maybe you could sell things and people could buy them from you. But
yeah.
Now, since Rub and Buff is oil based, if anybody in chat or Zachary, if I get too much in one spot, I'm sure I could take a small brush and some alcohol and wipe that spot off, right? If I wanted to fix it.
Yeah.
It's an oil base.
I would. Because the paint that I used on the model that I just showed, it's water-based.
Anybody wants to jump in and hang out, you're welcome to click on the link there and you can jump in and hang out and chat about hobby stuff.
Yeah.
Usually when I stream, sometimes it takes almost an hour for the first person to come in, but by the time I get offline, I've usually got 6 to 8 people in. And sometimes that gets to be a chore because everybody's trying to talk at the same time and it's hard to get a word in edgewise sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's one thing nice about when I stream, and rather than I'm on somebody else's stream, since I'm running a stream, I can kind of jump in whenever I want and people allow me to talk. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I like to gab. I was on ZYLTECH's live stream like a month ago, and she lost her internet in China because that's what happens with China. But it was no big deal that she went off the screen. I talk a mile a minute, and I can go on and on and on. I don't need to have the host there.
Until she presses end broadcast or end stream.
Yeah, well, she has to log back in to do that. Otherwise, StreamYard would probably run for days and days.
No, but out of YouTube Studio, you can also end broadcast do. You can also do end broadcast or end stream.
Okay, I thought you had to go live through YouTube. I didn't know you could kill StreamYard through YouTube. But yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, I've got the YouTube Studio running when I'm also using StreamYards to see the comments before before I get them into the StreamYard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have my window open in YouTube and I popped it out, and then I have Logitech software running next to it. That way, I don't see myself on screen. It's kind of annoying when you're watching yourself delayed. You see yourself on screen.
Yeah, I understand. I don't have any problems with that.
Yeah, Astro Printer went live a couple days ago. Liam talking to someone in China. I forget the company name, and she kept dropping off. So she finally came back on.
Huh.
And her vision was really narrow. So I guess she might have been on a tablet or a phone, and she didn't turn it sideways because she wasn't full screen. She had the black bars. It was real narrow.
Yeah, the tech. Computer scrap. Always interesting computer scrap.
Hey, Red Light, you ever take a day off? Or you ever have any days off? I know every time I see him, he's always working in his garage. Unless that's the only time his wife lets him get online is, okay, go out in the garage and scream. I don't know.
So, but I'm going to leave the live stream because it's here 1:40 a.m. in the morning. So
oh wow!
I need to get some sleep.
All right. Well, I thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Yeah, very nice, Jerry. See you next time.
Take care,
everybody.
Thank you. All right, bye-bye.
Everybody, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Thank you.
Hey, bye, man.
And then there was one. Okie dokie. Well, anybody wants to drop in and hang out and chat, you're welcome to, or not. And as long as I don't have a bunch of people, and every so often I'll keep repeating myself, but whichever. I just thought I'd go live, tinker on my model here, and that way my wife's happy. She's like, you printed that months ago and it's still sitting there and you haven't finished it. Yeah, I kind of do that all the time. I start a project and I don't finish it. But I'm glad I bought the laser. I got a new credit card with a really low limit, which is dead now. And I said, okay, I'm going to buy a resin printer, or I'm going to buy a laser printer. And I figured, well, a mid-sized resin printer would be really cool. Look at what I can make. But look around me. I'm not selling everything, so why do I need something else to make stuff that's just going to sit around? And I figured, well, with the laser, I really seriously think that I can make things and sell them. And I have the CNC in the garage, MP CNC, which is done. I could do wood carvings and stuff. It's got a Makita router on it, but I haven't done the firmware on it and got it all tweaked. I haven't completely finished it. David Petzel, hello, how you doing? Nice to see you, Mr. Petzel. I see that Dan's wife is in the hospital, and I've seen his streams and posts, and I sure hope everything works out and she gets home soon. That sucks. Remember, what was it, about 2 years ago? I had a severe bleeding problem, and I was at home, and I kept procrastinating. I wasn't going to the hospital. I'm going to get better. I'm Jerry Knapp. I'm fine. No, I wasn't. I got so bad it almost killed me. They did not have to do a transfusion, but it came real close. So if you think you're bulletproof, guess what? One of these days you'll find out that you're not. So, but my health is pretty good. I got rid of that terrible bag that I had on for 5 months a year ago. And it took me about 8 months to heal from that. And I'm not 100%. I still have different issues almost every day, but I'm pretty good. So what are we painting? I've got a John Wayne here standing next to a horse on a base, and he's been primed and high gloss black gloss black, and now I'm doing a rub and buff on it. It's going to be a Christmas present for someone. And my wife's been bugging me to get it done, so I figured, my son's like, well, Dad, you need to get some painting done. And I said, why don't you just go live and hang out, talk to people in chat, and start painting. That way you accomplish something. Because the bad thing about doing a hangout is you just kind of sit here and not much happens. I mean, I don't get nothing accomplished when I'm just talking. So I need to start working on stuff and just go live and talk to people as I see the comments. I haven't worked with rub and buff in a really long time. It's been a couple of years. So I'm just using a rag. I put a little bit on a plate here. And I'm using antique gold. But rub and buff is like an oil base, kind of like a wax, I would say. And just kind of wiping it here and there, highlighting the rocks and the ground. So anybody wants to jump in, hang out, speak up, or just click on the link and come in. For the first time ever, I'm live on Twitter, and then I'm on YouTube and Facebook also, but I've never tried Twitter before. I didn't know I could go on Twitter until a friend of mine, Liam, was doing it with Astroprinter, and I noticed that he was using Periscope to get on Twitter. So I went to Periscope/Twitter, So I don't know if one owns the other or how that works, but and then every Thursday I always post my links. So if you guys are wondering why do I post all these links on Thursday, like buy me a coffee, link to my PayPal, discount for TH3D, discount to ZYLTECH. Every Thursday is when I post those. So it's sometime during the day. I get on Facebook, I copy paste, and I put them on Twitter and regular Facebook and my group. And I get a credit with one company and I get money back with other company. But if I don't like a company, I'm not going to be an affiliate for them, but I don't have that problem yet. So far, I've had good luck with everybody. And I think other affiliates, I'm an affiliate for a few other companies, but they don't offer a discount. And I'm thinking, well, why would anybody bother clicking on my link to buy through them if they're not getting something out of it, a discount? So I need to contact a few of those companies and say, hey, can we offer 5 or 10% off if people use my link? It gives them an incentive to click on the link. I understand that a lot of people simply use your link to want to help you out and buy through you. But a lot of people might say, well, why should I? What do I get? So, I'm talking about them using it. Yes, it's getting there. Looking pretty good. I think the wife will be happy. I just got to keep going on it. Yeah, that's what I'm working on. Yeah, when I first seen the model, I thought, well, I can try to paint him up and make him look real, but there's so much work and effort in doing that. It's a lot simpler to let's paint him black and bronzing. The person that's going to, it will be very happy with it, and I won't have to get into a million different colors, and then it may not come out looking right. And I never have been good at skin tones. I'm okay with skin color, but I'm not very good at it. Thank you. I got the heater on in the house, and I don't know if I feel hot. Other than I'm fat, and fat people get hot quicker than skinny people. But yeah, when I first got out of the hospital last year, I was way down to like 215 pounds, which used to be my normal working weight. But since I retired, I tend to want to eat too much and watch TV or Mandalorian, which is really good. Or then they got that new Santa movie out with Mel Gibson. It's pretty awesome. It's kind of if Santa, well, kids aren't supposed to be watching the stream anyway. So if Santa was real in modern day times, that fat Santa is basically what Santa might be like. So it's good to watch. Don't let your kids watch it. But yeah, it's definitely, I think it's worth watching. I enjoyed it. Well, out of the 13 people that are watching on YouTube, let's see how many are on weather places. 3D printing and painting on Facebook has nobody. There's one person on Twitter and 13 on YouTube. Well, thank you, those people that are hanging out. I'm not sure who else is streaming right now, but typically when I want to go live, I just randomly go live. We're all busy doing things at different times, different days, and it's kind of hard to base what you do around what everybody else is doing. So, but yeah, Tuesday at 12 o'clock p.m. daytime, I'll be on with ZYLTECH, and they got a lot of cool filament and parts and a few printers, and they sell resin. They're out of Texas. They used to have free shipping over $75, but because all this other stuff's going on, they just have discounted shipping based on what you buy. They have discounted shipping. And if you use my code 3DHP at checkout, you'll get 15% off. Jim Sellers, how you doing? Yeah, Jim, that board that I killed from TH3D, they were going to, anyway, to sum it all up, Tim wound up, I mailed him back the board. He put a new CPU on it. Let's see who's jumping in here. Hey, what's going on?
Hi, Terry. How you doing?
Pretty good.
You were looking lonely, so I thought I'd come in and
thank you.
And I like what you're doing.
Yeah, it's trying to give it a rustic old look. And I think as long as I don't get too much on it, it's the hard thing about painting, as most people know, is when do you stop?
Yes.
Get something going, like, well, that looks good, but I should do this, and then I should do that. So
Do you work a lot with washes?
yeah, I used to. Yeah, I've got a rust wash, ink wash. Anyway, let me go back to what I was finishing real quick. Jim Sellers. Timothy wound up replacing the CPU on the board. I got the board back. And before I got it back, what killed the board before supposedly is I had a short in my thermistor, which, I've replaced thermistors for 4 years now on all my printers many times, never had a problem. But supposedly that's what killed the board. It burned a hole in it, little tiny pinhole. Well, he replaced the chip. I got the board back. I put it in. And in the meantime, since I was down for a few months on it, I went ahead and replaced the heater and the thermistor. I ran them all the way down to that plug on the back of the box, that aircraft connector, and I soldered within 3 or 4 inches of it. And I even looked at it. All the connections look good. So I got the new board. I put it in, turned on the printer. The printer booted fine. But on the hot end, it said -14. It's like, oh, shit, what's this? And I touched the hot end. It was heating up on me. It's like, oh, no. So I shut it off. Disconnected everything, started unplugging things, booted it the next time, and then I got an E1 temp error. Says, please reset, and then the buzzer went off. So I unplugged more things, done it, the same thing. Took the board completely out, just gave it power, I just threw USB, and I plugged in the LCD, and that was it. Same thing, it booted up. As soon as Marlin started to come up, E1 temp error, please reset. So it looks like I killed something on the board again. I brought it over here on my desk with my glasses. I don't see a pinhole in the CPU. I don't know if the MOSFET, I don't know what happened. Something's killed something. So I'm taking an old Creality board out of a CR10 that I put Tim's other board in that works fine. And I'm going to put that in this one. But this time when I hook up the heater and the thermistor, I'm not going to go back through that aircraft connector into the control box. I'm just going to run it to another hole. There's another hole back there, the rubber grommet, and I'll go straight to the board. And and then I shouldn't have a problem, but I don't know what in the hell happened. But $120 for a board, and I killed one of them twice, it appears. So, but the other printer works fine. The other CR10 I have no issues with. So something is short in something, and I can't find it. So anyway. So how you been?
I've been well, man. I've been well. I got talked into doing a PETS thing for the Rail Corps.
How you doing? 3D Print Newbie, I can hear you too.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Real good.
Good, man. How are you?
Mute YouTube, 3D Print Newbie.
Good. 1 second. Good. 1 second.
What base is that you're working on, Jerry?
Okay. Let me know when you got it fixed, Newbie. I muted you. That's a base for John Wayne by Fragments. I've got a John Wayne statue right here, and then there's the base. Then here's his horse I'm still working on. Got to clean up the horse.
Oh, nice.
But I'm doing a rub and buff for a Christmas present for my wife's family, for her dad.
Very nice.
3D Print Newbie, you good? All right, he wants to talk now. Okay, there you go. So you're doing a hot end for the Rail Corps?
I'm doing a cooling mod, a PET thing. Yep. I've got it done. Shane is testing it on his right now, the prototype, and then Lightspeed is gonna launch it, and a bunch of the guys are clamoring for it. It came out super nice. So.
Well, thank you very much, Omar. It'd be awesome to have you on, because I don't think you've ever been on live before, and people would love to see what you got going on. You're an awesome painter and do a lot of great work. Thank you, Omar.
Omar's posted stuff on your Facebook page, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has for years. Yeah.
It's he does some nice work.
Yeah, awesome work. I can still hear myself, 3D print newbie, or David, one of you guys.
So, Jerry, I see you're doing the John Wayne statue in Horse.
Yeah.
How's everything going with the Echo One?
I need to work on it. Since I got the laser hooked up and I got the room done, I've done a little body work on that.
All right, let me get something figured out real quick.
All right. I'm going to mute you for a minute. Oh, okay, he dropped off. All right, I went to mute him and he disappeared.
He had something running in the background.
So you're going to design it and put on Thingiverse, or did Railcore get a hold of you to design it and they're going to hook you up with some funds, or?
No, I'll just give it away. I can actually show you. Let me bring it up and I'll show you.
Okay. Then full screen you. Yeah, I haven't been doing a lot of Hangouts lately. I've been kind of getting burned out on Hangouts because they take up 3 or 4 hours, and there's something else I want to be working on. So I figured I'm going to work on a model. My son's like, "Well, Dad, why don't you sit here and live stream and work on your models? Then you can accomplish something."
You know, you said that on the last stream, and I thought, why not, man? I mean, you're one of the top in model finishing, at least from what I see.
Well,
You know, so why not?
I don't think
Why
I'm
not
anywhere-
do it, and then people can ask questions as you're doing it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm anywhere near the top, but thank you.
Well, your stuff looks good, Jerry.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever been on Twitter. So right now I'm broadcasting on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. I got Periscope. Hey, here's the man. What's going on, Red Light?
Working like always.
Cool.
I can show you on my phone. I printed I think it was Jason, like what you did, but it's a gold filament.
Mhm.
Turned out pretty good. I'm printing Michael Myers right now.
Oh, cool. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I printed that on the Prusa.
50, 100% or 125 or?
150.
Okay, so that's like this one here.
Yeah, I seen the one you did. That's what made me want to go do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like that.
You know, I don't even know if I want to paint it because that really looks nice. I may not even paint it.
I'm not going to paint mine. I'm going to leave it like it is.
But I got so many things I painted and it looks really cool. Hey, 3D print newbie's popping back in. There he is.
Better now, guys?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna let this set for a second. I'm gonna unbox this box, and I got a spawn that I printed a long time ago for my son. It was 250%, and the thing was like this big. And I printed a smaller version at 150%, and I had it up for sale for $300 anywhere in the U.S., including shipping. And I didn't sell it, so let's unbox it and I'll just display it. And then when I do sell it, then I'll sell it. This is from Tony Chambers. He had it commissioned over at 3D Model Crowdfund. I thought about doing a stream, and in my stream, and I won't have guests on, I'll just show stuff I want to sell and try to sell it on the stream. I don't know if that would work. Does anybody have an opinion?
You want to do a stream on the print?
I get like 5 or 6 models down that I want to sell, and I just talk about them, show them off, try to sell them through PayPal while I'm live, and then I can ship them out to the people the next day. I don't know how well that would work.
That sounds like a good idea.
Try to remember how I packed it here.
How's it going, Red Light?
Pretty good, you?
Hanging in there. Didn't know you were so close up with Kokomo.
Yep, about an hour away.
Yeah, Petzl used to be a Hoosier, but he left us.
Yeah, I'm still a Hoosier at heart, man. I still root for the Colts, and I still get a weird pit in my stomach every May. You know, my high school was the closest one to the track.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my past father-in-law, he passed away back in was that '96. He was the head designer for Riley and Scott. He actually helped design the first car for the IRL. First time they ran, they had a sticker on the car with his name on. His name was Bill Schott.
I've heard of Bill Schott.
Yep, he was big out there in the race industry. His wife, Charlotte Schott, she still works for IMS. She's been out there for years now. So, and I haven't been able to make it the last couple of years, but maybe next year, if everything turns out a little bit differently than it is now, might be able to try to do something. But I'll make it again eventually, hopefully. I just miss living over there by the track, parking cars.
Hey, Jared.
Yeah.
I popped in on a second stream so I can show this thing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's all right.
All right, I don't see it working.
I'm gonna share it right now.
Let's see. Okay, waiting on you.
Yeah.
Maker Viking, how you doing?
You see it?
Nope. Oh, that one. All right, let me get rid of this one. We have that one. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So
that will fit a stock rail core, and then I've also got let me bring up another one here.
Is that your photo you took at your house, or
What's that?
that photo? Is that from your house you took of it?
No, that's actually a rendering from my software.
Oh, okay. You know, that's crazy. I see people render things all the time, and I would swear they're real photos because it's so good. Yeah.
I got a question for you guys. I found it says it's straight from Corrality, but it's direct drive setup for either the Inner 3 V2 or the Inner 3 Pro. Now, can you install that without having to make any firmware changes?
CorelDRAW?
No, it's a direct drive system designed specifically for the Inner 3 Pro. And
yes,
it all comes assembled and everything else. Now, is that just a plug and play, or will you still have to work with the firmware?
it depends on. It really depends. You're going to have to change the EEPROM because the direct drive will have a different E steps on the extruder.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, but
You can change that in your slicer.
yep. But you shouldn't have to change. You shouldn't have to change anything else. Nothing really excessive. You'll have to change, since it's direct drive, you'll change your retraction way down. You'll turn your retraction down to like 0.2, less than 1.
What are you unpacking there, Jerry? It looks like a gremlin.
It's a model I had up for sale a while back for $300 free shipping in the U.S. and I haven't sold it, so I'm gonna display it. It's my spawn that I did one for my son at 250%. This one's at 150, so I'm just getting it out so I can display it. Because I thought about doing a live stream where I sell some different prints on different weeks, have different live streams, pull out like 5-6 prints, and list them in the live stream while I'm chatting with people and see if I sell them, then they pay me through PayPal, and then I ship it out to them.
But that sounds like a good idea. You do good work.
This is a spawn.
This is another one, Jerry. Am I still in that?
Yeah, there it is.
And that's the Railcore makes a aluminum backplate that goes on the rail, and this is a design for that. So, and it's in testing right now, and I'll let you know how it all comes out.
Let me go. I'm going to go full screen for a minute.
I'm going to get out of that screen.
Okay, let's see.
I gotta go let my dog in.
No.
There we go. That way you guys aren't in the dark. Anyway, here's a spawn that I did at 150%. Tony Chambers off a 3D model crowdfund had this commission. And I did one for my son, which is like, I can't see it, but it's quite a bit bigger than this. It's a lot bigger, more massive. And this ships in 3 pieces. The base is glued together. The monster head is on the base. And then the cape, you got to carefully set on. It's not glued on. And then spawn, kind of grab the sword and legs at the same time and take them up.
That looks real good, Jerry.
So, a lot of time printing, you know, a lot of filament, a lot of supports. Bad thing about most prints is people go, wow, that doesn't look like you use that much filament. Well, supports. Taking into account all the supports you rip off. And anyway, I believe all this was FDM. I don't think I resin printed anything. Maybe the face, but the rest was all, I think, was all FDM. Now, if I ever get it, whenever I get a big resin printer one of these days, I can print things larger in resin. I'm gonna find that foothold.
How big is that next size resin printer you're looking at?
Like an ePax, it's I forget. There's one right now on Kickstarter for $600. It's like a.
What's the build plate on it?
I don't remember. I can't do a full size helmet in it, but I can do models much larger. Anyway, it's not glued down, so it basically just sits like that. And then the eyes, like clear gloss eyes. I got like a clear epoxy over the eyes to kind of make them pop. And I got a fly in here buzzing around on my lights, driving me nuts. And then the cape, I believe I did the cape out of ABS. The cape looks good. And it kind of hooks on its back. So, let me slide that back over here. And I put one of my business cards in with it. I guess I'd add a sticker next time. Put a sticker in there with it. But I got a mile of packing here, just trying to make it all work out.
Did you sell that one, Jerry?
No, not yet. At one time when I made it, I was going to sell it for $350 plus shipping, which should be $35, $40 anywhere in the U.S. And then I changed my mind. I said, you know what? I'll sell it for $300 plus, including shipping. And it'll cost anywhere from $25 to $50 to ship it around the U.S. So let me go back, change everybody. There we go. And if I do sell that, then I can buy more stuff for my laser printer and I can help out on bills and stuff. So anyway, I'm waiting on the first right now because I'm kind of screwed. But that's life. You have a hobby. It's like smoking. If you can't afford to smoke, if you can't afford to buy cigarettes, then don't smoke. It's that kind of. So I want to take down some of my Star Wars heads. You can't wear them, but they're almost full size. And then I'll sell them. I'm thinking probably 200 and include shipping anywhere in the U.S. I just have to pull a bunch of them down and start showing them off on the screen. Then people can pay me through my PayPal, and then I'll write down their information and get it mailed out the next day.
So Jerry, how's it going on the Echo from Ghostbusters?
I haven't done any work on it in about a week. I need to do more body work on it and start and put more primer and do a little Bondo work here and there and sanding. Bano 66. I use S3D primarily. When I got into 3D printing like 4 years ago, I bought S3D for $100.50, and that's primarily what I use. About 3 months ago, I was reviewing an Ender 3 V2, and it came with Creality Slicer, which is a version of Cura, and I started tinkering with that, and I was printing fine with it, but I'm real familiar with S3D, and other than that, I haven't tried any other software. But there's a lot of things out there. A lot of good ones out there different people use. What I don't like about S3D, the number one thing I don't like, and I don't think any software does it, let's say you're going to print a full-size head and you let the slicer put supports. It's going to put 1 million of them inside of it, as you know. For the curvature, it's got 100 million supports. Well, those aren't needed. So then I got to turn the model sideways and sit there and uncheck each one of them for the next half hour because I don't need them. And people say, well, why don't you just drop on your build plate and then add manual supports? That would take a lot longer to add manual supports and make sure you get them in the right place. So I let the slicer put them in, and I just deduct what I don't want.
What do you set your overhang angle at?
I don't remember. Whatever it defaults to. I don't remember what I got it set at.
Turn your overhang angle way up. Your PETS Fang will be able to print that. Turn your overhang angle up to about 80%, and then none of those supports will show up.
When I slice it, they won't show up?
Nope.
Yeah, let me go in my slicer right now and look at it, see what it's set at.
Hey guys, I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Well, that's what Arnold said till his last movie, and then he said, I won't be back.
Yeah. I'll be back.
Yeah, that's been this famous logo, but in the last movie, he's like, and I won't be back. Let me see. Supports. Automatic placement, overhang 45 degrees.
No, that's your problem. Turn that up to 70.
Okay, what do we want to see here?
Hey, when you print them pet fangs, how much infill do you do on them?
It depends on the one, but I typically do a minimum of 40%.
Now, does that fill the inside of it where the air flows?
No, you do that. You put supports from the build plate only.
Okay, I tried to print one time and it wasn't working, so I didn't even print none. I want to do them on my Ender 3s.
Jerry? Did you try to slice something?
No. I will when I get a minute. Yeah, I could try that. Just see what it looks like.
Here you go, David. Remember these old modems?
Oh, God, yes. I still use those. I still use 56K. I've got a 56K dial-up that is my backup in case my internet goes down.
This one's 33.
A 33?
My first one ever was a 1200 baud. Then I went to 44 and then
48.
48 and then a 56.
12, 48, 56, 33.
And then I found out that, hey, there's internet. What's internet? And then we got on the internet. It's like, wow, look at this.
I had a 1200 baud for my Commodore when I used to get online.
Mm-hmm.
I had a 300 baud that was a telephone cradle back in the 70s when we had to hook up to mainframe. And you know what? The first, when you said you had a 1200, the first 1200 I got, I thought that was just friggin' light speed.
Yeah. Yeah, you download a picture and it takes like 10 minutes for it to draw on the screen real slowly. Yeah.
And you think that's cool as hell.
Yeah.
I used to download games off bulletin boards for the Commodore 64 all the time. One time I did it, and my mom paid it, but she's mad. I had a $700 phone bill.
Oh, Jesus.
I actually had a Lieutenant Colonel hard drive for it. It was like $700 when I bought it. I wish I wouldn't have got rid of it because they're big money now. It's only 40 gig.
Yeah, back in the day, everything was like $1 a meg.
I used to set up Shiva routers. They usually had like 24 ports on them, and then they dialed directly into your network, and they were all 56K modems on the dial-up, and we used those for years and years and years on the software at the last business that I worked at years and years ago. But Shivas they were expensive as hell back then, and now guys are still using them.
The place I used to work at had old computers that ran 10.5-inch floppies. That's some old shit right there.
That's some old stuff, man. That's some old stuff.
Remember when they used to have out Doom and Descent back in the day?
I played Doom all the time. Doom and Quake.
The original back in the day when it was real
Yep.
blocky. And I have that on I built one of those arcade cabinets, and I've got Doom on. It's like, I used to like this. The pixelation is ridiculous.
It's terrible.
It's like,
yeah.
What's it, Minecraft that my grandson plays, and that's still like that, and people like it. It's retro, but I guess kids like it.
Oh, the people that are those Raspberry Pis, the guys are hooking them up to be the old Nintendo 64s.
Yeah, that's what I got in my cabinet. I took one of my Pi 3s off one of my printers, downloaded the software, and I got like 500 and something games. And I took a 26-inch monitor my son gave me, went to, I think it's called Indestructibles or wherever it's at.
Yeah.
They tell you to do stuff. And I built a cabinet out of MDF. I bought a little router bit for my router, and I routed an edge so I can put that nice rubber trim on it, painted it black. It looks good.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what I do with the original Xboxes. I'll put them ROMs on it. You can get like over 10,000 games on it.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got probably, I don't know, 10 or 15 original Xboxes. Because people will junk them, and I bring them home, and I'm going to send one to Orkaki. He wants one.
I was going to say those old retro games are kind of fun to play.
Yeah.
I used to play that Missile Command. God, I love that game.
Space Invaders and Asteroids, and there's one third one were my three favorites. I forget what it's called, Galaxy or something.
Galaga? Yeah, the one that had the thing that turned purple and it would go back and forth across the top.
Something like that. There was that one, Space Invaders and Asteroids.
I like playing at Yard's Revenge on the Atari.
Yeah, actually, Asteroids was fun.
Pitfall was a real big one, too, on the Commodore.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I was always trying to get quarters from mom and dad to go to the arcade down the block and play. And nowadays, even if you had the money to go buy an old machine like a refrigerator and put in your house, it'd be better to build your own, and you can have thousands of games instead of having something that old that's going to break down on you, all the old technology.
Someday I might get caught up out here, but I doubt it.
No, that looks nice.
Get there. See the touch up, I think, a little here and there. It's one of those things where you're like, well, am I done or not? So maybe a little bit more on it. So I assume that if you're over on Twitter and you're watching things, my videos just automatically playing, or do you have to click on it? Because I've never went to Twitter before. So when you scroll by it, I'm just wondering, people in chat, is it automatically running, or do you have to click on it like you would on Facebook?
I don't know. I don't do Facebook, so.
Yeah.
And I don't do Twitter.
That build volume on that EPAX is 216, 135 by 250. That one you're looking at, Jerry.
215.
Yeah.
That's pretty good size. That's pretty good size resin.
No, it's the print size is 333, 312, and 525.
Yeah, and I think it's on whatchamacallit right now for $500.
Yeah, it's pre-order.
Yeah, pre-order. Yeah, I thought about getting that when I got my new credit card, and I said, you know what, I need a laser. And then before I bought the laser, a bunch of bills came up, and I whittled my credit card down. It's like, oh shit, I'm about out of money on this new card that was only supposed to be for another project. So I finally bought the laser, and now I don't have the $300 for the upgrade, so I got to wait till the first, and then buy a few of them. So I figured if I sell some of my models to somebody, or here and there, or get donations, whatever, then I can do my upgrades and do more videos.
So Jerry, I was talking with Matt on a stream a couple of days ago, and they were, they've got that new belt printer from Creality.
Yeah.
And we were trying to figure out if you could print the whole Ecto on it in one shot, because it's unlimited Z. So you could just continually start from the front, print it clear to the back.
It might do that kind of angle. I don't think the quality is there yet on that printer. They don't have the quality dialed in, but you probably could. I don't know if there's any weird overhangs because it has to print at an angle. You know, somebody took that Prusa, and in G code, they took a Prusa Mini. I seen a video on YouTube. I showed it on stream like a month ago. It prints out the part, and then in G code, what is it?
Yeah, it just rolls it off.
It rolls it off, and it goes back and resets and prints the next one. So that's pretty cool. There's
that
no
is
weird
cool.
angles to deal with. It's just so I don't know that the belt printer is the answer for your average person. Maybe for a company that might work for certain things, but I think you could probably adapt your printer. I don't know how to do it, but it prints it, rolls ahead, dumps it, rolls back in place, prints the next one.
Yeah, I don't think, for multiple print jobs, I don't think it's the hot setup, the belt printer. I think for unlimited Z, if you want to print something that's 5 foot long, it might be kind of fun.
Yeah. If they can get dialed in to where the quality is really, really nice.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing where resin's kicking the shit out of FDM is quality. So, and they're working out the problems with the hardness and strength, depending on what kind of resin you use, which it costs an arm and a leg for. I think it's called Tenacious by ZYLTECH. But I'm sure as things go on, like right now, resin, when I first got my Mars a year ago, I was paying $40 for a big bottle of resin from Elegoo. And right now, I just bought this Sunlu resin, a big container, for $25. Well, actually, it was sent to me for free to review, but it's $25 on Amazon. And that's a great price, I think. And as more companies come out, that price should even come down more.
So could you do me a favor?
What?
Could you show me something large that you printed from that, and then tell me how much resin it would take to print one? I mean,
I don't remember how much resin I used.
Well, I mean, how many of them could you print out of a bottle of resin?
Oh, I can show you that. Yeah, I just did that in my last video. Let me go full screen. And no. There we go. Let me move this out of the way. Okay, let's see. Okay, here's Frankenstein, Winter Soldier, Jason, Freddy Krueger, Muppet Jason. Let's see Freddy's hands. Where are they at? 1 second, gotta grab something. I printed these two little COVID guys out
I saw those. Those are cool.
out of resin. They're printed solid, but they're hollow inside, if that makes any sense. It's the way the
Yeah.
model is designed. Okay, so out of the big, I got half of that of resin left on my Elegoo Mars, and I printed out these 4 statues, or 5 statues. What else? Was there something else I printed in resin? I think that
And
was
how
it.
much? And how much did that resin cost you?
If I would have bought it, $25 for 1,000.
So 12. So and you got half of it left. So $12 for all of those.
No, I got half a vat left, not half a bottle. The bottle's empty right now, but my vat is half full. I could probably print another Frankenstein with what's left.
Gotcha.
And these are all hollow. These aren't solid. I always print things hollow whenever I can because it saves on resin. Now these little heads are heavy like a golf ball. They're printed solid, but since when I went to slice it inside the mouth, it's a big open area, so there wasn't really a reason to hollow this. My son wanted this for a Christmas decoration, so when I showed it online, I said I kind of got COVID, but I didn't want to say I got COVID. I don't want to make a joke out of COVID, but and I held it in my hand in the picture. So I'm going to paint that one up for my son. I'll just tie a string to it and he can hang it on his tree. And I'll do the same with this other one here. So my wife said, well, I don't want that on the tree. Well, fine. It'll just sit on my desk and I can show it off on screens, I guess.
So cost wise, you're looking at maybe $5 of resin per $4. If you got sick.
I'm gonna guess and say $3 or $4 to print this in resin and it's hollowed. That's a guess. But with a bigger resin printer, I should be able to go a lot bigger. Like I have this statue right here that I did from Meg's and Meg's. I forget his name, Dr. Manhattan. Well, anyway.
Yeah, that's the guy from Prometheus.
Yeah. Well, I don't think so. Dr. Manhattan's normally, no. Well, anyway, from my fingers to the bottom, that's too tall for my resin printer. So I went in net fab and I cut his legs off. So here to here is as tall as my Elegoo Mars would print. But the quality came out really nice. And he's printed hollow also. Details really nice on it. So now
Does it glue up nice?
Yeah, no problem. I use a 2-part epoxy. It's like a spray. It's like a spray and a spray hardener. I put the super glue on it. It's called T210, I believe it's called. Just put the glue on it, hold it together, spray it, and it's dry that quick.
But you couldn't drop one of those on the floor and have them hold up.
It would probably break. A lot of the resins they're coming out with, you can mix them with different things. And the guy in one video dropped an Iron Man mask on the ground. It didn't break. He tossed it up in there. He jumped on it. And then he finally broke it. But yeah, a lot of things are coming out with different types of resins that they're getting better and better as days goes on. I did drop a resin print a while back. I don't remember what it was, but it didn't break it. Sometimes, and if you cure them too long, they get more brittle. So there's a lot of factors there to weigh in.
So like that Freddy Krueger, how long did that take to print?
It's printed based on height. I don't remember. Probably 8 hours. I really don't remember. And then the base is separate because, like an FDM printer, you load up your bed with FDM. It takes forever to print a whole bed of stuff. Where a resin printer, it doesn't matter how many things are on the build plate. It's based on height because it does layer at a time. So it's one item or 20 items, it all prints at the same time. So, and if you're thinking about, would you be able to do one of your pet's things? Yeah, you should be able to.
I've seen them done in resin.
Yeah, they should come out fine. If you don't overcure them and they're not brittle, they should be fine. You'd have to be careful in your screw holes, tightening things up, I imagine. But
how do they hold up? How do they hold up for heat?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Anybody in chat, if you have an answer to that? Hey, red light.
Yeah.
Is that pile behind you? Does that ever get smaller?
Sometimes, not very often, but sometimes.
Do you just keep adding to it?
Yeah, because usually every week or every 2 weeks, I'll bring a couple truckloads home. It just varies.
Now, when you bring it in, do you just dump it?
Well, you can't see back here by the garage door. I'll raise it up and I'll just throw it all out and shut the door and go through it. And this is stuff that needs processed. These has probably been here since I've lived here. And back underneath all that, I got a whole bunch of servers, and underneath this desk, I got 200 or 300 laptops. So it keeps me busy.
How many hours a day? How many hours a day do you put in on that on top of your job?
I only usually come out here if my wife's at work. Like today, she's working a double, so I'll work out here until about 10, and then I work out here on Saturdays and Sundays. Other than that, and maybe on Mondays.
What kind of work does your wife do?
She does all the food prep at Red Lobster.
Oh, cool.
She's been there 11, 12 years.
Back in the 80s, I delivered to Red Lobster. I was a delivery driver for 10 years, and that was one of the cleanest places I ever walked into. It was immaculate. I mean, you could go in and film a TV show in there. They always kept the kitchen immaculately clean at all times. Now, I'm not sure if it was like that when they got really busy, but
yeah, she just does all the food prep. She's not a waiter or nothing, but she enjoys it.
How are they doing?
Well, they're still doing 75%. So, I mean, it varies. Like Mondays is all you can eat, so they do good on Mondays. The weekends are usually busy. Through the week, not so much. It just varies. I mean, it's not like it was before all this craziness started.
Yeah, we're down about 50%.
Yeah, I don't know what they're at. I mean, she used to do where she'd go in and be like, open the store up and all that, but she didn't want all that stuff. She said it's too much headache. So she quit doing that. That's why I work the way I do, because I want my wife to have whatever she wants. And I get whatever I want, so it all works out. I'm getting ready to buy me another printer. Not I need one. I think I got 10 FDM printers and 2 resin.
what resin printers you got?
I got the Elgu Mars and then a Monoprice. It's like one of the older versions of it. I don't even use it. It pretty much collects dust.
Oh, did you hear me mention my Elgu Mars about a week ago? My touch screen quit working. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, you said a button on it.
Yeah, if you go down below it, then it works. And I tried to calibrate it. And that didn't good. So I don't know what will happen.
I honestly haven't even used mine. It's still brand new. It's still in the box.
Okay. In the last year, I've replaced the screen twice.
I might put it down in the basement and do it. I don't know, because she doesn't like the smell of it.
Well, with Elgu Mars resin and ZYLTECH, I haven't had any issues with smell.
Well, you don't know my wife, Jerry. She can smell a fucking turd 8 miles away. She got a nose like a hound dog.
Yeah.
Now I work at my permanent job 6 days a week. I put in about 55, 60 hours a week.
And that's salvage too, isn't it?
Yeah, I just sat in a crane all day. So like my wife says I sat on my ass all day. But she don't know. I get out and pick things up too occasionally. Now it's going to start getting cold. I won't get out unless I have to. I hate winter.
You're in a crane scrapping out a wrecking yard?
Yeah, it's a scrap yard basically. It's probably
Is it a magnet or a claw, or you got both?
I did have both on my other crane tire. I got a new one last year, and it's just got a mag on it. I'd rather have the mag grapple. You can move a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Now I can pretty much run all the equipment there. We used to
smash stuff there too.
Well, we used to have a shredder, but they took it out, so we pretty much process it and ship it to the shredder. They're I want to say they're probably the 3rd or 4th largest steel company in the U.S. Sims is probably the biggest, and then you got Nucor. It's pretty big, and then probably us. I know they're setting record last quarter. They set a record almost $1 million profit. So we're not hurting for money, that's for sure.
That's my wife holding up a little COVID thing, and then I didn't have a treat to show my dog, so I kind of went, and then she looked up at me like I was going to give her something and snap.
My dog, he's off the chain. He's hyper.
Here's
But
where it's where I put the vent in the back wall for the laser.
That room came out nice.
Thank you.
yeah, it does look good. Now I got the whole upstairs where all my printers are in the house. Then I can use the basement if I want, and then I got the garage.
Have you got your laser running yet, Jerry?
No, I still got to buy a different. I'm buying a different board for it. I have to get air assist and a couple other things. So when I come up with another $300, I'll get it going. There's some certain upgrades I want to do before I even fire it. I'm trying to change my picture because that won't work. Yeah, one thing I want to show you in that picture, when I built that table, it's angled backwards a little bit in the back so things won't roll off the front. And then I put a stub of wood on the side of 1x2 and screwed it in. Even though the laser has two wheels that lock in the front, if I don't want to ever bump it and knock it down or have a sudden drop where it might break the tube, so I got a little curb there I put up so it can't be rolled, won't come off the counter. Then underneath, I got a bucket that I got the fish pump in for running water through the laser. I just got to go buy some distilled water and fill it up about halfway. And that's where the tube runs out the wall. I didn't want the tube to be above the laser going out. I didn't want to look at it. And I figured if I ever got rain or something, I don't want it to come down the tube and get water in my laser and fry it or short it out. So, and if the existing air pump that's on the laser don't suck out exhaust well enough, which I don't think they will, I will buy a second one, put it on the floor, and have a backup hooked up. So that's another reason I got the tube going down. So
Now I'm always in the house about 10 o'clock until about 12 when I go to bed. That's when I go inside. Otherwise, I'm out here working.
and then I put a NASA sticker on the front of it. I got from Liam, Astro Printer. He sent me 3 NASA stickers. I noticed on a couple of the laser groups, a lot of people have NASA stickers on their lasers. I don't know if they came that way or what, but I'm thinking, wow, this is cool. I just got one from Liam a week ago. I put it on the front and I put a 3D HP on the top. So anyway.
That's pretty cool. What did you get a special deal on that laser? Was there a sale or something?
No, I went over to the group and it was from a place out of California, Omtech Laser. They're Chinese lasers. The company's based in Anaheim, California. And one of the people in the group had noticed that if you type in this code, you get like 10 or 15% off. So I saved like $40. I ordered it on a Wednesday. It was at my house here in Vegas on Friday, really fast shipping. They guarantee it for 2 years, except for consumables, 1 year. And that's nice. I don't have to deal with eBay or China or Amazon or something. The company itself guarantees it, and I got a great price.
Nice.
In my video, I posted my receipt at the end of the video on screen. I think it was like $3.90 or something I paid with tax and shipping and everything. So it was.
Yeah.
I'm happy with the price. It's just the motherboard that it comes with, and the software is kind of janky. I think that's the word to use. And there's better stuff to use with the software called Lightburn, like a lot of people use on their diode lasers. But to use Lightburn, you have to have one of 2 other boards, a Mini Gerbil or a Cohesion 3D. Cohesion 3D wants $200 for their board, which has 4 axes and does many things. But I only need 2 axes. So the Mini Gerbil is $89. It'll do exactly what I want, and I save over $100. And then Lightburn is $40 if you want G-code version only, and that's all I need for this. So, you can download Lightburn for free, use it free for 30 days. It's not crippled in any way. Then after the 30 days, you pay $40. You get the code in your email. Boom, you're done. Guaranteed. That's
How much is that board you're wanting, Jerry?
$89. It's called Mini Gerbil. So, and then software's like Lightburn software is $40, and I got to get an air assist pump and a couple other things. So I need to come up like $200, $220 or something to upgrade. So I figured I could do a live stream and sell some models, and if I sell some models, it'll help pay for it. And I'm not sure who this Facebook user is. Hello. On Facebook, if you click on that little link thing above the chat, you'll allow StreamYard to show your name on Facebook. But hello on Facebook. Chris Travis, how you doing? And those that are just joining us, I'm streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. I got Periscope loaded up, and I'm now streaming on all 3. And next Tuesday at 12 p.m., Pacific. I'm going to have ZYLTECH on at a company out of Texas, and I advertise for them weekly with my affiliate link. If you use the code 3DHP at checkout, you save 15% on your order. And of course, I get a little bit from affiliate money from them. So I repost them every week. So I got a lot of links and descriptions and ways you can help the channel, or buy some goodies down below from Wham Bam, Sunlu, TH3D, ZYLTECH. But yeah, I'm going to call it good for now and then move on to John Wayne. Let my wife look at. I might need to do a little more touch up on it, but it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
So I got to dig the silly putty out of these holes though, because I don't want to get paint down in the hole. Then you go to glue John Wayne in or the horse, and they won't stick to paint.
What color did you use for the base?
Well, I gray primed it, and then I used a high gloss black.
High gloss black?
Yeah, black. Just a gloss black would work. You can use different colors for different applications. But I use not even my glasses. I can't see the silly putty. It's too close to my eyeballs.
Where do you buy most of your paint from?
Amazon usually. My Rabble can paint, I go to Lowe's. It's not far from the house. My primer and stuff, I just go down to Lowe's. Raymond, how you doing? Oh, Liam. Hey, Liam, how you doing? I was talking about you a minute ago at NASA. And Liam, yeah, I'm on Twitter now. For the first time ever, I'm broadcasting on Twitter also. Yeah, I bet that's pretty frustrating, Liam. You're going live and your guest from China drops off. And so, yeah, I know it happens. Or I get ready to go live, and the person I'm having on, if they don't pop in, and they pop in the last second, like, wow, I'm going live in 60 seconds. Where are they at? Where are they at? Yeah, kind of like you want to pull your hair out, but I don't have any hair, so I have to pull my mustache. So,
I'm with you, Jerry.
Yeah, but I haven't done a hangout. It's been a minute, so I figured I should do a hangout. And somebody just PM me. Let's see. Something dinged.
All right, you guys, I'm gonna jump off here. I gotta go pick up my pizza.
Okay, man.
All right. Well, thank you very much for stopping by. I appreciate it.
I'll jump back online once I get back.
And once again, thank you for that roll of film that you sent me. It's awesome. I really appreciate it.
Hey, no problem.
So, thank you. And then there were two, and we got another man dropping in right now. It's Liam, the Astro Printer. Hey, how you doing?
Hi, Liam.
That's a serious entrance.
And now we have special guest Liam.
Yeah, I should get you. You should do my voiceovers.
Yeah, I've never tried doing voiceovers, but I don't know. I talk a mile a minute, and I usually got to slow down. If people are like, "Huh?"
The funny thing is about the stream yesterday. It was great. It was going okay, but she had problems with audio, so she was moving around different places in the building to get better quality signal.
Yeah.
And at one point, she went somewhere and it just died, and it's just as we got started.
I don't know if she was on a cell phone or a tablet, but I made a comment about turning it sideways. You'll go full screen, and it seems like she messed with it, and that's when she went offline.
Yeah, she was using both actually. She was using her computer for video, and her cell phone was there for her audio because her audio was really bad. And then she moved around, but she eventually got to a different room, and it came back. But it was a good stream though.
It was strange. She had the black bars. She was real narrow. So I'm like,
yeah,
what you're looking at, just turn it.
She was using her cell phone, but the stream was good.
Yeah.
Once we got her back on, and thanks for the tip about sharing the website. So that filled in a bit of gap while we were waiting for her to come back on.
Yeah. I knew you're kind of like, oh, you're dying inside. I know how. And I don't want to. I could have messaged you, but it's okay.
No, that's good. It worked. It worked, and it was a good stream. Actually, in 2 weeks, I have IC3D coming in.
Okay.
To do a stream with them. The chief operations officer, the COO. He's going to talk about, because he knows all about the manufacturing process and all the stuff they do. And they've even, I'm giving you a preview. They've even played with 1 meter IDEX.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So like they've explored a lot of stuff like that, and so it's going to be cool to talk with these guys because they do a lot of. They actually offer printing services. They build printers for automotive. They're FDM printers, so they can actually print models of like your bumpers and all this kind of stuff for cars. So they actually build really large printers for automotive to do modeling as part of the design stuff, you know.
Hey, David,
Yes.
read screen.
That's a Raymond. That's a '66 Corvette.
Is that Raymond Emsley? I'm not sure because he rebranded himself. If that's Raymond Emsley, I'm not sure. Yeah, I watched most of the live stream, Liam, and then I left right before you ended. I wound up leaving. I had something I had to do.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I watched most of it to give you some support.
Yeah, it's always appreciated. Every one person that comes on is appreciated because sometimes you get 5 people, sometimes you get 2 people, sometimes you get no people.
Yeah, well, people can always watch it later the next day, next week.
Actually, I've been watching that. Yeah,
much bigger. They can go back and watch it.
Yeah, I've been watching that. Actually, it gets a lot of attention after the fact.
Yeah.
Like I've seen videos that had like streams that maybe had 5 or 6 people on it get 400 views because most people go back after the fact to watch.
Yeah.
They don't all watch live, and it's kind of hard because it's late in the evening and it's on a Thursday. People catch up on stuff on weekends, and they're because of work they can't do it and all this kind of stuff. But it's still good. Nice set of wheels.
You can't see it really good, but
I can see enough.
There we go. You're full screen now. Very nice.
Let me turn I can turn the light on the ceiling.
Leave me in your will, please. Beautiful car.
Well, since it's there and under a cover, that means it's not being used. So you can actually put it in you can post it to me, and I'll make use of it.
Come over and pick it up for a while. I actually took it out. We had kind of a warm day a couple of days ago, and took it out, and it was a blast.
Oh, I bet.
That's one of my other hobbies is restoring old cars. I've got several old Chevrolets that I've restored. I still have a '67 Camaro that I bought in 1973, and I still have it.
Well, you bought it when I was 3 years old.
Oh, it's amazing how things are all relative, isn't it?
Isn't it? I only turned 50 this year, and in 6 more years I'll be like Jerry. I'll be bald and gray.
Yeah, everything on all my hair is white. I thought about dyeing it. I really did, but it's too expensive. I thought I'd dye my goatee, and it's like it's too damn much. Oh, sorry.
Let me switch off.
You need a 3D HP tattoo on your forehead, on the top of your head.
Yeah.
Well, we can do that.
You can put a camera coming from the top, and you'll always be advertising the stream. Oh, I see a smile.
Yeah, I've got a tattoo I got a dragon on my left arm. When I was a kid, I had somebody do a dragon from Laos. I used to be into kickboxing, and it looks like a turkey. He's a homemade gun. And then years later, when I started working construction, I had a guy in his garage cover it up and put another dragon over it.
Oh yeah, someone's asking, did you restore the car yourself, like do all the body work and stuff?
Yes.
Nice.
And I actually had to put brand new quarter panels on. I had to replace most of the front clip. Are you friends with me on Facebook?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I was going to say, if you're friends with me on Facebook, I'm
Don't
David Petzel, DavidPetsel.
Don't make any Iowa jokes about Iowa either.
We don't care.
When I first met David, I made a joke about
That's
Iowa.
how we met.
Yeah, and then he got kind of pissed about it. And I said one joke, and he said, "Well, I live in Iowa." So, okay, I'm sorry. I asked him, I said, "You know what Iowa stands for, don't you?" He goes, "No, IOWA." But anyway, I'm not going to say it, but it's one of those things you learn in school, you know.
Oh, I see. You're living in, yeah. You're the only David there's a few David Petzels out there, but okay, let me add you.
There's actually one in Indiana. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I just clicked the add button.
Okay, so you sent me a friend request?
Yes.
Okay,
There you go,
hold
buddy.
on a
What
second.
do you think?
That's nice. What is it, gold and black?
Yeah,
Nice.
using a rub and buff on it. And I think I decided to go with antique gold.
Did you base it on black or you base it on gold and then apply the black and rub it off?
Yeah, I based it on black, and I'm applying the gold with a rag and a brush.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just kind of rubbing it here and there. And I feel if I screw up, I assume that I can take alcohol and wipe off areas as long as I don't wipe off the black.
Well,
paint.
be careful about the alcohol because if you go overdo it with the alcohol, you end up removing the black underneath as well. So
yeah,
that's why a lot of people tend to put they might put on the gold first as the base, let it dry, and then very very light black, and then just rub off the black immediately after spraying it on, or maybe brush it on and then rub it off. That way, then it dries slower if you brush on the black.
yeah.
Or vice versa.
Liam, what's your username on Facebook?
My name, William Finn. Or if you want to go with my channel is Astro Printer.
Liam knows all about the stars and NASA and things like that. So if you have any questions about NASA, the stars, when the next asteroid's going to hit Earth that they won't tell us about because there'll be mass panic, you might know about it.
There's none.
You know, I think, though, that if something like that ever did happen, like you see in the movies, no government in the world would tell us because the whole world would be in total chaos instantly if there's imminent doom. So I think they'd keep it a secret. But then at night, when you went outside and you go, wow, how come there's no stars right there? Well, then you know there's something in the way.
Well, yeah, pretty much. But no, there is actually one that there's a slight chance in about 50 years. And and that's called Apophis. Aptly named, if you ask me. But that one is what we call a high potential hazard to Earth, and they can predict out roughly 200 or 300 years its orbital path. So they can tell that far out roughly where or how close it will be to us. And they're pretty accurate at that, even at that time, that far out.
Let that run for a minute. I forgot to pop it up. Every time I do a stream, I try to pop it up, but I don't want to leave it running all the time and annoy people.
See the way you have your PayPal, Jerry? You can actually go into PayPal. There's an option in PayPal where they can send you money, and it gives you a unique link.
I think I have one for 3DHP, and I copied and pasted it one time, and it didn't seem like it worked right. But yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But I don't care if people have my real email.
Liam, I think you chose the wrong one because I didn't find. I'm not getting a request from you.
Well, I think it's David.
I just sent you a message.
Yeah, it's me.
Astro, right? Yeah.
And that's the one I know. Going with the picture, that's the one I sent it to.
Really? Well, that's weird.
Yeah, overnight, Liam, I was up in the middle of the night, and I realized this time you were asleep, and I messaged you about something about Twitter or Restream or whatever.
Yeah, you asked me about what I use to stream how to stream out to Twitter.
But then I done what everybody's supposed to do, and I Googled it after I asked you the question. I realized it's Periscope. Does Periscope own Twitter or Twitter own Periscope? Or
Yeah, it's Periscope is fed into Twitter is the way it works. So that's their media service.
Okay. Yeah, we had somebody on here a little bit ago that was on here. I don't know if they're still watching. Let me see. Nope, there's nobody watching on Twitter. I've got one on my group and 13 people on YouTube watching. And if anybody would like to jump in and hang out with us, we're talking about hobby stuff. Here's a link right here in chat.
Oh, Jerry?
Yeah.
I'm drying. I better go out and turn it off. I'm actually drying my filament. I'm going to do a silver. I'm going to print the silver. What's his name?
Surfer?
No. I'm doing it in shiny silver. It's a big thing on Disney right now.
Mandalorian?
Mandalorian. I'm going to let me turn off my dryer. It's on right now. One moment.
No problem.
Yeah, so you're a bad influence. So I'm actually going to do a couple of models, and one of them is going to be the Mandalorian. So I'm going to actually kick it off probably tomorrow morning and get it done. I'll do it on the Soval printer, my direct drive, to get a nice tidy print. And if it comes out good enough, I might even upsize it. And if I do upsize it, I'll put it onto my if I upsize it, I'll put it on my Ender 5 Plus or the JG Maker A1, because they're like the JG Maker is at 300 by 300 by 300, and the 5 Plus is at 350 by 350 by 400. So if I do size it up, I'll put it on one of the larger printers. But I'll start in the small one and see how it turns out.
Yeah, that lady you had on last night, one question you asked her, and I noticed that she didn't understand it. You asked something about what kind of food or something does she like to eat or something in her village.
No, I didn't.
In family, and she misunderstood what you said. I forget what you were talking about.
It was about where she lived. I asked about whether her area was an agricultural area or was it a built-up town, and she didn't get it. And that's fine, But the rest of the stuff she got.
Yeah.
Like she brings one of those small M1 printers back home with her when she goes home to her family.
That's good.
And so the kids in the neighborhood get to see what a 3D printer looks like, and they come hang out at her house when she's there to see what she prints each day. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, this rubbing buff actually dries up fairly quick. It doesn't stay pliable.
I'm sorry, that sounds sordid. We lost Dave. I like his title, Just an Old Man.
Well, I don't consider myself old. People younger than me, like back in the day when we were kids, looked at somebody my age and we considered them old. Well, now that I'm this age, I don't consider myself old. Yeah, I have more health problems, but I'm still, still the same mean SOB I've always been, and I still like the stuff that I liked years ago. I still listen to Lady Gaga. I crank up music, and I act like I'm in my 20s. That's my wife. I don't act my age.
No,
I need to, but I usually don't.
The worst thing is you're walking down the street and you look across the street and you see someone and you say, God, that guy's really, really old. Yeah. And then you realize it's someone you went to school with.
Yeah. I mean, I tell my wife all the time, this old person, that old person. He said, huh? You're older than they are. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Come on. I can't be.
Well, I keep telling my wife that men are like wine. We improve with age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And her response to that is, you're trying to convince yourself, aren't you?
I was gonna say you get her to you get her on that one. I don't know, man.
No. But that's why I always tell her. I said we get better with age. We're like wine.
Okay, damn it. I had a 3-volt brick here somewhere. Where did you go, Mr. 3-volt brick? Bummer, dude.
Anybody in chat have any questions? Please ask. We'll try to answer them. Anybody in chat wants to come hang out and talk about printers and hobby stuff or lasers, CNC, you're welcome to join in.
And if we don't have an answer, we always have an opinion. All right.
Somebody in chat might not know it if we don't. I'm not a rocket scientist, but I just know what I know.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I'm always right. It's just my opinion usually.
And I'm regularly staying at Holiday Inn Expresses, so. Damn it, Jim.
So, Liam, are you married? Have kids?
Married, 2 kids. One is working. She's finished college. She's finished her master's. My daughter, and my son is in high school.
Okay, cool. And they all live at home?
They do now. My daughter was living in Seattle, but she works like since lockdown. She can work remotely, and she decided she can work remotely from here as much as she can work remotely while living in Seattle. So she moved back here and so she's here with us now.
You know, my oldest daughter did the same thing, kind of. She works for McClatchy, and she was able to work online, and she's lived in Florida all her life, and she always wanted to live in Louisiana. So she realized that she could work, remotely. So she just went and bought a house in Louisiana, and the latency is actually faster where she is. So,
Well, I've worked out of home for 9 years.
Yeah, people. I think once this COVID's over with, I think we're going to find that probably 50% of the people that ended up working remotely will stay remotely. There's no reason to have brick and mortar.
Well, actually, companies are thinking that.
How you doing?
Yeah, companies are actually thinking of that because, like, if you don't have to have as big an office, then what's the point? Why pay?
Exactly. That's exactly right.
Money for office space when you're not going to have and there's no need to have people in there because they're used to. That's look really good.
It's not done yet, but I'm showing filament friends here. Everybody just dropped in. I'm doing a rub and buff on a John Wayne statue. Fragments, the designer, designed it.
Yeah, it looks pretty good though.
So here's a horse. I got a bunch of work to do on him before I paint him black. Then I'll rub and buff him. And I'm not into horses. The bridle part where the bite or whatever goes in his mouth, that part didn't print out right. So I'm going to reprint the circle and resin both of them. Then I'll put a piece of PLA on it to connect them.
Or get a small strip of leather and make that out of actually a strip of leather and attach it to make it look like a real bridle.
Yeah, I might do that.
Yeah.
And then I printed out some little COVID dudes.
Yeah, I saw that in your
COVID Christmas ornaments. I print out this little dude. It's solid, but the mouth is hollow inside.
What fill do you have in that? Around 5 or 6%?
On what? COVID?
Yeah.
It's solid. It's resin printed.
Oh, you that's a lot of resin, an awful waste of resin.
His mouth is hollow inside, but it feels like it's a golf ball. It feels about as heavy as a golf ball.
Yeah, I would say.
If it,
you should have hollowed it out. You should have hollowed it and tilted, and maybe given it a 1.5 mil wall.
Yeah, I usually go 2 millimeter in all my models, at least 2 millimeters.
Yeah, well, yeah, it varies, but I'm just saying that way, then you just saved yourself a lot of resin.
Yeah. Well, all these other prints I always hollow because I don't want to waste resin.
Yeah.
Unless it's real small, like this hand right here, I went solid on the hand. It's too little to try to hollow.
Well, yeah. Well, stuff like that, you need to have the strength in there, so you would go solid. But like anything large, like a body of something, or like the horse or whatever, like if you're doing resin on that, you want to keep it fairly thin on the inside.
Let's see what picture. Oh, yeah, here's a My son wants him to paint it to look like that, and then I guess I'll do his eyes red and the mouth white. Wow. Oh, Moses, $25. Thank you very much. Awesome.
Oh.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Loyal, how are you?
That'll help me do my upgrades on my laser printer. So I was wanted to sell some models and stuff, try to come up with some more money so I could buy my other upgrades. Awesome. Thank you very much. He liked my horse.
Well, he owns a ranch, so he's horses are part of life for him.
Yeah, I'm doing a John Wayne statue. Here's a horse, which I don't have done yet. And I got to reprint out I'm not sure what it's called, the bridle part that goes in his mouth. I have to reprint out that in resin to fix that. And then the base, I printed this in PLA. Everything was done in PLA, and I'm doing a rub and buff on it, try to give it a nice look. And then when he done John Wayne, it doesn't have a holster. So I asked Frag, I said, where's the holster? And he goes, what do you mean a holster? I said, well, he's got to put his gun somewhere. When he ain't shooting, he's got a belt on with bullets, but don't have a holster. But that's okay. So I'm just working on that with some rub and buff right now. But yeah, thank you very much. That's awesome. Very nice of you. Thank you.
Yeah, that looks good.
And here's, I unpacked this. I printed one for my son at 250%, which you've probably seen in some videos. Here's a spawn let me make the screen bigger. Let's see. Here's a spawn I did at 150%. And I was going to, I had it all packed up, ready to ship. He's got a cape that goes on the back. I was asking $300 for this, which includes free shipping anywhere in the U.S. And the cape, I'll just kind of hold it there, but it's got a cape that goes on the back. And it's all painted. I printed it and painted it. Let's see. And the statue, when I had it packaged, it was, came out really good. Yeah, there's a designer on Facebook. He's on my group and over on Facebook. His name is Craig Mintz, and he designed the model. He's a designer out of Texas. He designs different things. I've done a lot of stuff from Thundercats that he did, different characters of Thundercats. And then he had the John Wayne he came out with. And my wife's dad loves John Wayne, so I'm making a Christmas present for him.
Yeah. Oh, I was looking at the ZYLTECH stream earlier on, and there's a guy on there who actually makes they've got a Kickstarter that they make. You can 3D print inserts for empty spools to turn them into buildings, like little houses you can use for games.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
that's kind of cool idea. It's called digital taxidermy.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it's a cool idea. I've never seen anyone do that. Now the guy was he was a bit over the top, but himself, but still, it was a cool idea.
Yeah, I've got hundreds of models sitting around me, Moses, that I've done over the last 4 years. Tons and tons of stuff everywhere. And recently I've done a whole bunch of models. I've done a video on it on my channel. Freddy, Jason, Frankenstein. And these are all Botus Mint as a designer. But you can find these over on my manufacturer's Patreon. So I'm always printing something. And then I got my new laser printer. I want to start getting into making goodies out of, with my laser. Here's some pictures here.
So, like the K40 can do what? Quarter inch or 8 inch?
About up to a quarter of an inch. I don't know yet. I haven't used it, but of everything I've read, I should be able to do stuff up to a quarter inch thick.
Yeah, but would be probably with about 8 or 10 passes to get through it, right? Because you won't do it in one pass. Because if you do it too fast, if you do it in one pass, you spend so much time in one area, you'll end up burning the wood. So you do multiple passes and you lift off layers and layer after layer after layer.
I'll hook up Air Assist to it because Air Assist will keep the print clean. Anything that catches on fire from the laser will instantly blow it right out.
Yeah, and it keeps all of the kerf out of the area you're cutting. It blows it all out, so the laser actually touches the fresh wood, not the burnt cinders left behind.
It's not done. Yeah, let me go back up and find it. So I've got pictures here from my last guest. Yeah, here's a picture of my room here. Those aren't all my models, but that's probably 90% of everything. I have stuff in the spare room on another shelves, and then things I've made for my son, which is in here, obviously.
He needs to paint.
Yeah.
Talk him into it.
And then here's a bunch of different things, FDMN resin sitting there. And then that's my sliding door that goes out onto my patio that's underneath the house. And I simply just put the wall up there and enclosed it, added the door, and now that's underneath my house. Now I just leave the slider open. No reason to lock the slider.
Yeah, I need space like that. I don't have space like that.
And there's a couple of my doggies. I'm holding up my cell phone, and I got a treat or a cookie or something up by my face, and they're sitting there staring and thinking, gimme, gimme, gimme. And that's how that worked out. Let's see. And then there's, like I say, there's a room there that I'm in. It's the biggest room in my house. It used to be a living room, and that used to go outside. Now it goes into that other room right now, which is right next to where I'm at. So it's a Sharp container. And then there's out back. That's where I put the wall up right there. And let me see. Brandy, I'll talk to you later. Go ahead and open it, Brandy. Open it. And here's a picture out back. That's where I've got the vent for the laser right there. And then that's all primed wood. I have to paint it. It's like siding. So
you put the louver cover on it?
Yeah, it's a dryer duct.
Yeah.
It's got a whole stick in the wall, and I put caulking around it when I screwed it in, and then I caulked the inside of it, and that's good to go. I don't want it real high. Okay, I don't want any rain or anything get in. I don't want it close to the ground. I don't want to have the vent running up the wall in the room because I didn't want to have that ugly, dryer.
Well, you only need maybe a half inch or an inch of a drop from the back of your laser down to the outside, because that alone will stop anything coming up. You would have to replace the fan, because the fans on those are naturally weak, so you need to put a much stronger fan on it for larger extraction. But once you do that, you should be good.
Yeah, I see people buying for grow tents off Amazon. I've seen a couple that are like $35. I'm seeing bad reviews on it. This particular one, the fan is screwed into the back. It doesn't slip in the slot like a lot of them I've seen from China, even though this is a China. So I don't know if it's upgraded or how different it is, but I'll wait and see how it works before I automatically replace it. Just because everybody cries wolf on a group, I don't jump in the same bandwagon. If I don't have to, I'll try it, and then I'll determine what I like. Because a lot of people might be mistaken, or they're just upgrading it because somebody else upgraded it. It's like with a printer on upgrades.
What I would say is I would take the fan that's built in. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I would take the fan that's built in, and I would even remove it and actually put the other one on the wall, a stronger one out of the wall, so it sucks. It actually pulls the air from inside the chamber down through the tube and bypass that small one inside. Because if you have enough and pull on the one that's out by the wall, that's all you need.
Yeah. Here we go.
No.
$4.99. Are you out of your mind? Thank you. Yeah, I get that stuck on my head. I watch Joel on his streams, and he's always saying that. And I went to the store a while back getting groceries, and the lady said what the price was. And it's like, I wanted to repeat it. So, are you out of your mind? And, I didn't do it. So, yeah.
The latest thing I saw with Joel is that he does, if you do a $1, he gives you one finger instead of a high five now.
Hey, Dave. Dave.
Yeah.
Read the screen.
Hi, Moses. Hi, Loyal. How are you?
So, anyway, yeah, I got to keep working on John Wayne here, get that going. And my dog's bugging me saying, pet me, pet me, pet me. So, what else am I doing? Yeah, and then I got the CR10. I got to get it going again. And like I say, when I can get the Gerbil board, Gerbil board for that printer, the Cohesion 3D board, you can control 4 axes or whatever. The Gerbil is perfect for 2. It costs $89. Lightburn is $40. Air Assist pump is like $35. Then I got to buy distilled water. That's nothing from the store. And Lightburn, I think I said that's $40. So I need to come up like $250 and sell some models, and and then I can get the laser going. And then if I would have started this hobby sooner with the laser, I could have made stuff for Christmas for everybody. But I'll get them all figured out, and I'll print goodies. And I see Jim and Garrett have been printing some really cool things. Jim from Edutech and Garrett with 3D Print Farm that was on last week.
Mhm.
And there's a million things that I want to make, and hopefully maybe I get an Etsy store going or something and sell some stuff, and then maybe I can start putting prints on there occasionally.
Actually,
but I thought about doing a live stream, and like I said, people in chat, I don't know if you heard me say it earlier, but I thought about doing a live stream like this by myself, pull down like 5 or 6 of my big Star Wars heads that I have, and just sit there and talk to people about them and list them and see if anybody wanted to buy any through PayPal, and for a set price that I discussed at that time, and then mail them US only, and maybe I can use the stream to make money. So I don't know if that would work. But
a lot of people would actually buy them unpainted as well because they want to paint them themselves. A lot of people they don't have printers, but they would like to just get the models off you, and then they'll do all the work on their own.
That's not a bad idea. You could,
I have
you could put one next to the other. You could paint one, show them what it could look like, and then let them do it.
I can show somebody a picture how somebody else painted it, but I'm not going to print two. I got too much stuff.
Well, you're right. You're right. You need an Etsy store.
A finished picture saying, for instance, well, I can't get it down, but it's kind of hard to see. Let me full screen it, for example.
Will you just get an Etsy store?
Yeah, I need to just get an Etsy store. And
You just need to.
And
my daughter just showed me her books on her Etsy store, and all she sells T-shirts and trinkets, and she had over 96,000 in revenue this year.
Wow.
Yeah. And she sold over $10,000 worth of masks.
Masks?
Just
okay, masks. COVID.
She would sew masks, and they'd screen print something funny on the front of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've been doing it wrong all along. I've been giving away thousands of them.
That was your chair, right?
It's not my chair. It's not me.
You mean my microphone was that sensitive?
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't his chair.
Yeah, it might have been my chair.
No, it wasn't. We know it wasn't.
No, Moses, I've never set up an Etsy store. Last year on Facebook Marketplace, I listed 5 or 6 Star Wars heads. I was asking 300 a piece, free shipping anywhere in the U.S., and I had no interest. So when I do relist them, I'm thinking $200 free shipping. They're big full-size heads. Here, let me give you an example.
No, Loyal, he doesn't have an online store. He's trying to make up an Etsy store for them now.
Here's Peo from Star Wars. Let's see. Let me find my button here. This is Peo from Star Wars. This came off a space site I used to be on called Build It and They Will Come. This is printed. My layers were like 666 or 655 when I printed it. It's very heavy. I don't know how much it weighs, but it's a very heavy print. It's very thick, durable. And then I done all the painting on it. And last year I had this listed for $300, free shipping anywhere in the U.S. I never sold it. But I have a lot of things like this, other than smaller prints that I have that, that aren't painted, but I could sell them as is, and then somebody could, paint them themselves. There may be a lot of people out there that like doing models and kits, and they don't want to buy a 3D printer, but they want to print that type of stuff. So, yeah, I've literally got hundreds of models, resin, FDM, all kinds of goodies.
Sasha's on the stream right now. He just started an Etsy store a little while back. I wonder how he's doing.
Yeah, I know they have different fees for different things, so I don't want it to end up costing me a bunch of money that if nothing is selling. And I know one person that has sold on Etsy, and he's selling like a Captain Kirk's head, or no, not Jean-Luc Picard head. And they said he's only charging $25. Like, dude, you need to be making 3 times your money at least if you sell anything. In any line of business anywhere, you need to make 3 times your money. And that doesn't mean printing. I mean anything. You're a businessman. and you know what I'm talking about. But it should be at least 3 times your money. So, you know, a little resin print like this for the resin and everything. That's a $50 print as is, not painted, in my opinion. If it's painted, that's $100. It all depends what it is. So this Jason, which is by Photos Mint that I'm not selling. I mean, if I was to sell this Photos Mint print, that's $150 with the base. And that's at 150% scale, but this isn't currently for sale. So
I thought everything was for sale, Jerry.
yeah, but there's certain things that I like. I don't want to have to reprint. So some things are, some aren't, until maybe at a later date than I might. But yeah, my layers typically are 644 whenever I print anything, most of the time on FDM. And my rub and buff is drying up on me. Let me get to work on this real quick. But I want to start printing a lot of goodies, etching glass, making coasters, making some cool pictures, and selling things online. That way, I'm retired. I want a fixed income, and my fixed income doesn't pay my bills every month. But, I love my hobby. I enjoy helping people in the community and doing what I can do here and there. So it'll all work out. I just have to make it happen.
Yeah, that's why I'm in it. I'm in it to do stuff for myself, but and you know the type of stuff I do already, Jerry. But I'm big into trying to help people out. I like being on the forums, guiding people and so on, because too many people have the wrong impression of what 3D printing really is, and then when they get into it, they struggle so hard. And how many times have you seen people say that they're going to take their printer and throw it in the trash, or stuff like this, on the forums? So
yeah,
we need to help and guide them, because people think they're death jets, and they're not.
I've never got a printer out of the box that didn't print fine. I mean, they usually always work fine. A lot of people, I've seen a lot of issues, but typically everything that I've ever got out of the box is usually printed fine.
Lloyd has a question for you there about your John Wayne.
Yeah.
He's asking, is it already bought?
Oh, it's a Christmas present. But I could always print another one. This is a Christmas present for my wife's dad. So, let me see how I can do this. Let me see if I can pull my cell phone up as another thing and I can do a walk around the room. Show you guys. I've never tried that, but
it'll work. As long as your data signal is fast.
Get YouTube. I've never watched myself screaming. Got to wait for the commercial. Gotta love commercials, but
I'll tell you what, you must be getting monetized because
yeah, I have been for a while. I have almost 1,900 subscribers. It was really cool. It's playing. I can hear myself. Let me get rid of the noise.
Loyal wants to know how much would it cost for you to print one of those John Waynes for him,
and finish it.
Would you want it bronzed, or would you want to paint it, or would you want it something like what I'm doing here, where I'm bronzing it?
He wants to finish deal.
Yes, finish it. Probably 200, because I take a while to print the base, him, the horse. Yeah, probably 200. It'd be at the same size. I don't remember if this is at 100% or 150%. Let me see how tall let me see how tall he is. I can give you some measurements on it just to let you know. I printed that a couple months ago. Let me grab a tape measure. Yeah, John Wayne is 12 inches tall. And then when he's on the base, he is 15 inches tall.
Oh, you got to purchase
The base is 10.5 inches across. Oh, wow. Awesome. Thank you very much, Moses. I'll get right on it. Thank you. It'll probably take me at least a week to a week and a half to get it printed and finished. And the horse is about a foot tall on the horse. So then the horse, let's see which way he sits. Now, when I go to ship these to Texas, I'll have to wrap them up individually, ship these 3 pieces, and then I'll send it with super glue to my wife's dad and make glue them together. But basically, let's see, kind of be something like that. So
Looks good.
And John Wayne does not have a holster. That's my only complaint, is that the designer didn't put a holster. And it's like, holster? What do you mean holster? Got to have somewhere to put your gun unless you stick it in your pants. But yeah.
And anybody who's ever held a gun knows sticking a pistol in your pants means you could end up losing your ability to have kids. So you don't do that.
That's not always true.
Well, you probably have a holster inside, right?
Yeah.
That's a different story.
I don't leave home without it.
Yeah, Moses, once I get my laser up and running, I can design some coasters. I can mail you some free coasters for the hell of it. I can make you some up, but once I get my parts and goodies for the laser and I learn how to use it, and I'll plan on making tons of cool stuff, and then I can send you some stuff. And I hear the director yelling from the other room. I don't know what she's yelling about. Yeah, not a problem. That's awesome. Email me your address, Moses, and I'll mail you a couple stickers, and then I'll know how to get a hold of you. But here's my email right here. Unless you just want to, get a hold of me online, but here's my email. Okay, yeah, now that I'm using Periscope on Twitter, I see that my email just posted on Twitter, and then it duplicated and posted on YouTube. Because last night, Liam, I noticed that it looked like you were spamming yourself. I'm like, why does he keep reposting everything twice?
Yeah.
That's what it's doing. It's posting in both locations.
Correct, yeah. And if you're streaming to like Facebook as well, it posts it out to all 3 locations for you.
Well, let's see.
Well, that's your...
Hey, Dan.
Dan, hey, how's your wife?
Yeah, God, Dan, we've been following that.
Yeah, I'm good. She's good. She's good as we know right now. She had a CT scan done today, looking.
Do they still think it's an ulcer?
That's kind of where we're at right now. Yeah, they've been treating her for the ulcer. They did the CT because the doctor wants to know. Jerry, I'm sorry for taking over, man. I just was gonna come and hang out, so I'm sorry, man. I didn't plan on that.
I'm glad you did. I was kind of hoping you'd
yeah,
we were worried about you from the earlier post.
Yeah, no, they did a CT to see if they could find anything there, because with COVID and her testing positive, they didn't want to, or they don't want to do an endoscope right now, because that's in the mouth, in the nose, and you're gonna put somebody right over her face and potentially cause a problem with some equipment down the road. I get that. I don't like it. As far as I'm concerned, I'll buy a new scope. I don't care. I don't have money. I'm broke. I don't care, whatever, but I'll still figure out some way to pay for the scope. Just, get in there. But they did a CT today, so that's a step in the right direction. At least they're going to get some internals, look at something internally. So just kind of waiting for the results on that. We didn't hear anything, haven't heard anything yet today, but she didn't get a chance to go until later tonight because the barium wasn't agreeing with her stomach and some of the medications they've got her on. Plus she's coming off of nicotine and caffeine because she hasn't had any caffeine. No, they won't let her have
Stimulants.
Coke anymore. Well, they won't let her have Coke anymore. She can have black coffee, but my wife doesn't like black coffee. She doesn't like the taste of coffee. She doesn't, anything to do with coffee. And right now they don't want her having a lot of sugary stuff either. So she's getting pretty much chicken broth, bland stuff, chicken broth, Jello,
Yeah.
things-
Something
things-
light. Yeah.
yeah. So,
Are
but
you able to visit her?
no, there's a total lockdown on all that. So
Oh, that
I haven't,
sucks, dude.
yeah, we called her tonight, me and the kids. We called her on Facebook Messenger. We talked to her. So we all called her at one time rather than a bunch of little miscellaneous calls throughout the day to keep upsetting her. We just figured one call together as a family and upset her emotionally once rather than repeatedly throughout the day. But we were able, like I said, she's up, she's moving, she's doing things. So that's good. Yeah, her hemoglobin numbers are what they were worried about when she went into the hospital. They said she was a borderline transfusion because she was at a 9. I guess for her, like for her, female and her age, around her age, her hemoglobin level should be between 11 and a 14 is what the nurse said today. And they were at a 9 when she went in. And by the time they finally got stuff figured out, she was at an 8.2. And they said anything at a 7 is transfusion.
Yeah.
So she got down there and but right now it's been on the up and up, but part of it is they're diluting her blood by having an IV in there and they're constantly pumping, fluid directly into the blood. So it's diluting the blood that's in the veins currently. So when they are doing blood draws, it's not as much concentration of blood as it would normally be. It's mixed with saline. So of course, the numbers are going to be skewed right now and things are going to look a little lower on the hemoglobin scale. I get that, but at least the CT scan was a step in the right direction. I mean, it's something. It's starting somewhere. They're finally looking inside to, trying to look inside to see something. And the doctor says if he sees anything that's of concern, then he's going to push for the scope. Because I explained to the doctor, I said, I don't want to rehash the story, but I explained to the doctor what happened, where it happened, and what little faces were all present when they saw what they saw, and how that can't happen again. Mute the mic. There you go, Jerry. Sorry about that, bud. Like I said, I didn't mean to take over. I just wanted to come on and say hi to everybody and maybe get a little conversation going to kind of help distract the brain
Sweet.
until I can get some numbers and some something. So
Glad you did.
yeah, I figured that somebody'd want an update, so I'd at least give a little bit of info out there that I could because
How's that angle?
That's
looks
good.
good.
Back
I
off.
wanted an update on the.
There you
I
go.
wanted an update on your daughter.
You mean the little which one? The sneaky one that's been watching my streams and then
Well, yeah. What happened with that?
she's been watching my streams and she's become like an emotional train wreck. So my wife was like, she's like, hide the streams from the kid. I was like, I'll do you one.
Yeah. I kind of figured it was something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Loyal. Thanks a lot, man. It's been hell. And then on top of it, I'm not trying to alarm anybody. And my wife, thankfully, doesn't watch a lot of the stream videos that I partake in. So I can say this here and not have to worry too much. But I don't want to tell my wife because I know she's in her place, but I know I'm coming down with something. And since she tested positive, I'm pretty sure I have it now too. Because I've been dealing with like right now, my face, like my head's on fire. And I don't know if it's just the time of year or what. I haven't actually been tested again, even though I got tested on Monday. However, I'll probably be getting tested again on Monday. just to make sure. I'd rather find out that it's just like this changing of the seasons rather than find out it's the other. But if it's the other, at least I know. We have been contacted by the health department. They did put us on quarantine, so we're not supposed to go anywhere or do anything for 24 hours or for 14 days.
You know what that means? It just means you have more time for streaming, right?
Yeah, exactly. You guys thought I streamed like crazy before. Wait till next week.
Yeah.
24/7, man. 24/7 right here in the office.
Dan's real-time stream.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, look, Dan's going to bed, and then everybody will just sit here and watch an empty office and just wait patiently, and then see what time I can come in the morning.
Don't they cut you off after 8 hours? I think they have a cap at 4 or 8 hours.
I
Shut it down.
I think that I don't know that YouTube so much cuts you off as I think it's StreamYards that
Yeah,
caps it
they have
after
a
so
cap
many.
somewhere. I think it's 8
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah, which if that's the case, then well, so be it. I'll just stream directly to YouTube and I'll just cut out the, you know what I mean? Like I'll start a StreamYard stream, NASA, nice. I'll start the YouTube stream and when I go to bed at night, I'll just let it run YouTube. And then during the day when I'm up and moving, I'll just do like Josh did with the 24-hour stream. I'll just cut it up into 4 parts.
Yeah.
Or I could just do that. I just cut my day into 4 parts because I'm pretty sure I haven't been sleeping, over 8 hours a day. So
Yeah. Jerry, that
I love that.
is well paced.
Jerry, I love that damn spawn, man. I wish I could afford it. I'd have you send it to me. I've been wanting that damn spawn, but I can't afford it, my man. Otherwise, I'd be buying it from you and it'd be sitting in here somewhere. Because that thing's gorgeous. I love that thing.
You try not to move the camera too fast.
Yeah.
You watch those videos and you get dizzy because you're just like as fast as you can look, you're moving the camera.
Yeah, exactly. It's like let me take my omeprazole before, or not my omeprazole, but my
Here's my stream. I've got my Logitech Brio right here in front of the monitor. So sometimes you guys see me tilt my head. I'm trying to look around the camera.
Oh, well, then in that case, let me do this so I can see myself 3 times. I got myself on the stream, and then I've got myself down there in the bottom and up on the side. So I see myself 3 times. Yep, there he is, the Duke.
Oh. The horse, and then
I got that cooling mod for the rail core done.
Nice. You just got to get it to. Got to
Shane,
get the light
Shane's
speed.
already testing it.
Oh, is he? Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, because I was going to say, I know that Shane was definitely I think Shane's a little easier to get to than Steven is. Steven kind of bounces around a lot, so it's kind of hard to find him.
He sent me an email at 1 o'clock, and I was still working on it. I had already sent him a prototype the day before, and so he left me a phone number, and I called him at like 1 o'clock, not knowing if he was still up or not. And so we sat and discussed the prototype for a little bit, and it was kind of nice.
Yeah, loyal. Jerry's got a lot of nice stuff, man.
Yeah.
Like the Mando there. Look at the Mando.
Yeah, I wish I had Jerry.
The Mando's the best. Yeah, that's incredible.
Or is that Mando or is that Boba? That's Boba, isn't it?
Here's a Red Hulk by Megs.
Yeah. No. Oh.
Anyway, this is the world of me. Been out in the garage, got my MPCNC.
Yeah.
But I never have like I said, done the firmware on it. Let me bump that camera.
Oh, thank you, by the way, there, Miss Betty Boop, Miss Brandy. Thank you for that. I said I just once some things get a little less hectic around here, I'll stream some more. Right now, I want to get back to doing this with you guys. It's a nice kind of a distraction in the void time when I'm trying to, I'm kind of in the waiting game. Like I know she's sleeping right now, and kind of help to have some other conversation. Kind of fill my brain.
She's stable. That's the important thing right now, and that's so you can relax. You can at least put some of it out of your mind. You don't have to be worrying like you were the other morning when I saw you online streaming when it just after happened.
Yeah.
And so at least you can put that out of your mind now and move forward. So
yeah, there are certain things that scare the shit out of you in life. Sorry, Jerry. I know it's your stream, and I know that you're kind of lax when you do your streams, but I know you want to try and keep it clean. So I apologize for the slip there, but it just there are certain things that just scare you, and that's definitely one of them. And like I said, I still got her. She's still here. Granted, she's fighting a little bit, but I still got her. And she's tough. Like, I don't know if you guys saw the tweet that I put out earlier, but Josh from Alien 3D, he sent some flowers and a card and a balloon that said "Get well." And on the card, he put on there that, she puts up with me. So, this is easy. So,
Yeah, I say that all the time as well about mine. Is if she can put up with me, she can deal with anything.
yeah, she sent me the picture right away because we have a friend that actually works at the hospital. So every time I call in to talk to the nurses station, I catch her first. And she said, "Yeah, I just sent some flowers and a balloon and stuff up to her room." And I was like, "Cool, that's awesome. Somebody's sending her out some stuff." And come to find out that it was Josh over at Alien sent her that, and she sent me the card and she said it made me smile. It was nice, and I was like, "Cool." So I took the picture she sent me and posted it on Twitter and thanked Josh because little things like that make it. I mean, it's cool that, like I said, this is a big family. It's a kind of a big dysfunctional family, but it's a big family, and it's nice when everybody does stuff like that. And obviously, I mean, I try to help when people are in situations like this too, and kind of help ease the pain. I mean, if now again, Jerry, I apologize for taking over, man. I didn't.
It's fine. If there's an issue, I'd say something.
Oh, okay.
I'm not bashful.
He's busy. He's busy doing his John Wayne.
Yeah, I noticed that. I see he's been busy with the with John there.
A couple cuss words here and there is no biggie as long as it's not hardcore.
Oh yeah, no, and I've been
Loyal just picked one up.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw he just picked up. Looks like he said. I kind of read back in the chat there a little bit, looking for the stream link, and I saw Loyal said something about John Wayne and a horse, right? If I remember right, that's what he's picking up. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I don't blame you, Loyal. It's good stuff. Jerry stuff. I mean, Jerry never gives himself enough credit. He always says that he doesn't do bad. Yeah, I don't do bad. It's good work. It's not bad. No, it's good work. It really is. I mean, it's really good work in some cases. I've seen stuff that Jerry's. The reason I say some cases is because he's got a bunch of unfinished stuff back there. He's got to get finished. I got to razz him. I got to razz him a little bit.
I've got a mile. As soon as I get done streaming here in a little bit, I'll start Moses's project. I'll get that going. I got multiple printers, so I'll get the project started.
Nice. Yeah.
Like I said, it'll probably take me a week and a half to get it completed. And then I'll ship it to you with a couple of my stickers. And really awesome. Thank you very much.
He'll stick a bottle of bourbon in there for you.
Jerry's a bad influence, by the way.
Yeah.
I never do models like this. I'm going to start my first one tomorrow. I've just tried.
I have an idea. I'm going to start doing live streams every week where I'm just selling off different models. I pulled out 5 or 6 models, for instance, Peo from Star Wars, and I can explain it. I can put it on a scale. I mean, when a lot of people print models, they're paper thin. You can almost crush them with only like 2 layers. My layer is basically 644, and like this thing here, if I hit you with this, I'd knock you out with it, and it probably won't even break the print. It's extremely heavy. So, for instance, originally I was asking $300 for this with like 50 shipping. But now I think I'm going to drop the price down on a lot up to like $200, and I'll probably include shipping anywhere in the U.S. because most shipping for something like this would cost me $25 to $35, depending on the box size and the weight and where it's going to.
You could do an auction.
Yeah.
Once a month, auction them and set a minimum bid, and then auction them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my son, if I did that, set a minimum bid, what's the very bottom dollar you're willing to take? But I would have to shoot myself in the foot to drop it low enough. And then if nobody buys them, then I don't know. I don't even know if I'm allowed to do that on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, if I can post like that. I don't know. But whatever works. Because if I could start turning my stuff over, I can make more content, pay more bills, buy more goodies, whatever. So,
Yeah,
but I'm thinking a live auction. Because you get a lot of people coming into your stream, so you could advertise it that you're going to. People have seen your models. You could go reach out and say, "Look, I'm going to sell off some of my models. I'm going to do it with an auction. Each item will have a minimum amount of money. And if you bid that or higher, the part is yours, right?
Yeah. You can even
cycling through them.
Yeah, you can do like a stream. Maybe do do 4 streams a month. Do not necessarily 4 streams, do like two streams a month kind of a thing, where at the beginning of a month, you show the items that you're planning on auctioning off at the end of the month, or something like pick 2 different days. One day, like these are the items I'm going to auction off on this day. And then people will know. You can show the items, whatnot, things like that. And then get to that day, auction those items off, do like a stream and auction the items off, and then congratulate the winners of those items, and then say, now I want to feature these 5 items. These items will be given out, or I'll auction them off on this day. And then that gives people ways to kind of schedule or set up like calendar days where they know that Jerry's going to auction stuff off on like the 1st and the 15th of every month. Jerry does his stream, his auction streams.
And then people can pay me through PayPal, friends and family, and
Yeah.
like almost instantaneous.
Yeah, exactly. You can just put that, I'll watch the stream. You guys make your bids. Whoever gets the highest bid. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be one of those things where it's like a niche market. So you're going to wind up with the people who are going to be there are the people who are going to either want to watch the stream and partake, or they're going to be the serious bidders who want to come in and spend money. So your streams aren't going to blow up with a bunch of people just being idiots throwing stuff in there to mess up your stream. And you'll be able to see that. You know what I mean? What's going on, Red Light? What's going on, man? Nice
You
to
can
see
also do the option of like when you advertisement at the beginning of the month, then throughout the month you can show pictures and videos on your Facebook to attract and post the date of the event that's happening and show all of that. And that way then it'll drive attention to them. So then when it comes to your live stream, people know about the stream and they see up close details of the models.
And then most people in the 3D printing community can buy or print the same thing I have on most of it, but a lot of people may not be able to print it the way I'm printing it, so they might want it or painted. They might want it painted also. So I would advertise mostly finished prints. So,
yeah, but there are people who want to paint them themselves.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people out there who want to paint stuff themselves. They want
it's like when you sell a house, don't have furniture in it because people can't imagine their furniture in your house. It's best of it. I think it was empty or don't have too much clutter on the walls, things like that.
I'd say the most you would probably do is put on a base the base layer like a primer and just sell it with a primer on it, and then people can add whatever coloring they want into it themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's a nice thing for you too, Jerry, is you've got a lot of models you've printed that are kind of sitting. So in the cases of those unfinished models, you may have potential there too, like Liam's saying, where you could say, here's this unfinished model. I've got these models that are printed and they're prepped, but they're not, they need the finish work, primer, maybe some sanding, and then, you do the final painting. Because you might have some people who are big into the painting, but they don't know anything about 3D printing. So this might be able to grow you another relationship too, where someone might come to you and say, look, I'm the painter, I'm not the printer. You print the stuff for me. I'll buy it from you for X amount of dollars. They'll paint it and then they're free to resell it for however much. This way you make sure you get your money off of it. And then they're going to have to recoup the cost they paid you for the model, plus whatever they feel they're worth, what their worth is. So if somebody buys a model from you for $200 and then sells it for $400, they didn't make $400 because they paid you $200 and they made $200. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how you got to look at it. So if you ever do decide to do that and you start seeing things where like you sold them a model for $300, but they sold it for $500 and you're like, well, I wish I'd have got a kickback from that. Remember, you did. You got $500 or you got $300. They only got $200. Yeah,
I have my group. I mean, over the last 4 years, everything that you see behind me has been wound up on different Facebook groups over time. But I need to list somewhere where I can start selling things off at.
What's up, G?
People can use my email address and pay me through PayPal. Is the best way to receive money.
You can also offer them on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, Facebook Marketplace is so it's so confined.
It's local here to Vegas primarily. I mean, where you got to pick stuff up, and a lot of things are real fragile, and I would have trouble shipping. But for instance, a Spawn, I never glued him together. I glued the monster to the base, and I had that all wrapped up. Like earlier down in the stream, I got a box here full of tons of packing when I had the Spawn packed up. So I want to make sure it was going to be fragile when I shipped it. It wouldn't get broke.
Hey, we have in the stream, Jerry.
What's that?
ZYLTECH has joined the stream.
ZYLTECH is in here saying hi. What's going on?
How's it going?
Another thing too, I want to point out, not to step on ZYLTECH. ZYLTECH, hey guys, what's going on? But I want to point out that Loyal made the comment about you need an online web store. You should talk to Loyal about maybe more about getting that set up, because I know that Loyal's not a tech guy, so you might be able to.
I have 3dhp.net. It's a website I designed. I tinkered with it. It needs to be more work done to it. I have a lot of stuff posted there. I've got affiliate links, a couple of videos. I don't regularly update it, but that's one site I need to do more work to. I
Yeah.
could design that where I could sell stuff on it. But Etsy, for instance, is known worldwide, so I'd probably be better off listing on. Well, like I said, most of the stuff I need to sell U.S. because
Yeah.
if I try to shit, like a guy tried to buy a model from me off a YouTube channel 3 or 4 months ago, and I think it was like $150 what I was going to sell him, and he wanted it in the UK. When I looked up shipping was like $300. So obviously that's not going to happen. So almost everything would have to be sold US to be reasonable. And so.
Hey, Spring, how are you?
Oh, Spring, how's it going?
Hey, Spring. How you doing, Spring?
I actually jumped from her stream on the ZYLTECH side over here, so. And I won stuff tonight.
Yeah, I took the day to go spend it in the house with the kiddos, and now they're all kind of winding down, and the youngest is in bed, and we've already talked to mom, so I figured I'm going to come out here and try and enjoy a little bit of adult conversation for a bit. You know, I got Jerry streaming here. I figure I want to come on for a little bit, say hi to you guys, talk to you guys a little bit, and then I see there's another stream going, so I'm going to jump over there for a little bit too and talk to them and see what's going on. And then if everybody gets done and I'm still feeling like I'm chatty, then I'll fire one up myself and everybody can come over and we'll just hang out there. That thing is awesome, Jerry. I'm glad to see you.
Spring, I've been working on a lot of projects, but it's getting there.
Yeah, it's looking good, Jerry.
I'm going to be dropping off soon, Jerry, because it's getting kind of it's almost 10 o'clock here, and
Right.
it's a long day. I start at 5 a.m. in the morning, so it's been a long day.
Well,
Yeah,
thank you
well.
very much for stopping by, Liam.
Yeah,
Oh,
Liam.
always cool to hang out with you.
And I've got your NASA sticker on my laser printer, the one that you sent me. I have it out there on the laser.
Yeah, I saw that. I have to check. I may have some. Let's see if I have some more for you. I'll have a look around. I may have more left over. I have to check.
All right.
Yeah.
And if I find more guys and anyone wants NASA stickers, let me know. Because I get NASA stickers because I do outreach for NASA.
Nice.
So a lot of sciencey stuff for them because as you can tell, I'm a nerd, right?
Hey, right now, the only sticker that's up there is the printed solid one. So if a NASA one should show up here, Liam, it'll go up there somewhere.
Well,
The wheels aren't done yet, Spring. I have all the parts in another room, all the resin parts. I don't have the wheels painted yet, but I do have everything printed.
yeah, if I get any done, I have to check.
Yeah, it's fine, Liam.
Batches. There probably some lying around. If I find some,
Yeah.
I'll give you for your address. Okay.
That's fine. Not a problem. Like I said, Liam, no big deal. If you're thinking of it, I got a door here that, I plan to just sticker with everybody's stickers. So
I can get you mission stickers that you could probably cover half your door on for NASA mission stickers.
Nice. That'll be awesome. That'll be awesome.
So yeah, how old are the kids?
My kids?
Mhm.
Oh God, they're my oldest will be 21 next month, and my youngest is 8. And there's the 3 oldest are boys, the 4 youngest are girls. So
Let me see. I may have some stuff for the kids as well.
okay. Yeah, like I said, it's not a big deal, Liam. If you do, cool. If not, don't stress
I
yourself,
have
man.
to look because I get stuff, and this year's been a weird year. I haven't got supplies because
Yeah.
no one's in the office. Because I get my supplies from JPL at Caltech, and no one's in the office since March, so it's hard to get restocked. So, but let me see what I do have, and whatever I have, I'll put some stuff together, and I'll let you. I'll ping you, and then you can let me know your address, and I can send it on to you.
The sticker should have came by now, Spring. I mailed them, like 3 weeks ago. The sticker should have only taken a week, I'm thinking.
Yeah, since I moved everything out here, Jerry, I'm sorry, man. I know I've got your sticker somewhere. I can't remember. I moved everything, and I don't remember. I'm still slowly pulling stuff out.
Are you
As soon
gonna
as I find it.
There we go.
I keep them hanging over my desk.
Awesome.
Nice.
All right, I'm going to quit, and I'll probably see you over the weekend. You're probably going to be online. Some of you are anyway, so I'll see you at some point.
Yeah, I'm going to have ZYLTECH on next Tuesday at 12 p.m. daytime Pacific, and they're ZYLTECH from Texas, and I live here in Vegas. They're going to do a walkthrough at their warehouse, talk about a lot of their products and stuff. And there's going to be a few giveaways during that stream. So anybody watching on Facebook, Twitter will have to jump over to YouTube. That way, Nightbot, I can do a drawing, and near the end of the stream, we'll be giving away some goodies. So
Nice.
And I have IC3D in 2 weeks' time because I do mine on a Thursday, and they're not there on next Thursday is Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So the following week I have IC3D coming into chat on my channel. All right, guys, take care.
thank you.
And I'll speak to you.
Take care.
See you, Liam.
See you later, Liam. Oh,
If anybody would like to join in here, I'll post a link in chat. If you'd like to come in and hang out and talk, you're welcome to. We're talking about hobby type stuff. So
yeah.
anybody who wants to jump in, including Spring, you're welcome to come in and hang out.
Yeah. And
Loyal Moses, if you want to hang out, you're welcome to come in too. I don't know if you live stream or hung out, but you're welcome to.
say, Jerry, if you can get Loyal to actually come on stream with you, I'll commend you heavily, because a lot of us have pushed to get that man to fire up a webcam.
I don't push. I just ask, and if they want to, they can. If they don't have
Oh,
to.
I know. I'm just
Hey,
a
Spring.
lot of us have pushed to get that man to fire up a webcam.
I don't push. I just ask. And if they want to, mute YouTube, Spring. I can hear you on YouTube. Yeah, mute your YouTube, Spring. I can hear you.
Okay.
All right.
YouTube,
Spring, I can hear you on YouTube.
Okay.
Okay, I muted her mic, and we're getting a lot of feedback.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, mute YouTube, and I'll unmute you.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. YouTube, and I'll unmute you. Nope. All right. We're still, you have SpringYard open and you have YouTube open. So mute YouTube so we can't hear YouTube, because every time I unmute you, we're hearing all this noise, and you can hear us through StreamYard.
Oh.
There we go. Nope.
Yeah. Just pause a little bit.
All right. Nope. I still hear.
Oh. Now it's back to normal.
Back to normal. No.
No, we're
Can you guys
We're hearing our voice through your side.
yeah.
You have two windows. Yeah, I'm gonna mute you for a minute. You have two windows open where it's playing this stream, and one of them you need to mute it.
Go to YouTube where you got the original link and mute YouTube.
This should be okay.
That sounds good. No, now we're still getting the feedback.
Say something. You'll hear yourself talk. Yeah, that used to happen to me quite a bit when I would stream. I'd start my stream off. I have her muted at the moment, and I would hear myself, and I'm trying to figure out what window was open to drive me crazy. It was one of my tabs that I had open. It's either she might have Facebook open or another YouTube.
Can people see this chicken satay online now? Because someone just asked Kelsey person asking if name.
Let's see. No. Trying to figure out what. Let's see. Is that it? Yeah, it's on Spring's side. When I mute her mic, then I don't hear it. What about now? No.
It's working?
No. You have more. If just StreamYard is open, close YouTube, mute YouTube. You have me open twice somewhere, and we're hearing ourselves.
How about now?
Testing. No. I still hear myself. I'm not sure.
Is it working now?
Testing.
No. We're getting modulation through your end.
Yeah. See, when I mute, See, I muted your mic right now, and now you don't hear feedback. You see what I'm talking about, Spring? Your mic is turned off, and I know you can hear me, but it's not all garbled right here myself on your side. So you must have Facebook or YouTube open. When you drop
Or
with
Spring,
screen-
are you using a webcam?
Using webcam now.
Okay.
So turn one of the microphones off.
Either the
Either
webcam
webcam
or your
or your
PC,
PC,
your laptop.
your laptop.
You might
You
have
might
two
have two mics on.
She
She
streams
streams
constantly.
from this.
Well, it's a weird
That's a weird modulation,
and it's
and
very
it's very quick. The latency is
really short.
really short.
It's almost
like
ours is not
modulating correctly.
Let me get my earphone. That would be better.
Yes,
Possibly.
Or it could
Only
just let her talk.
Okay, I muted her again for a minute. Yeah, it sucks to have trouble, especially when I used to go live and it's like, oh no, what's running? I'm trying to get this right. And then quite often when I would end my streams, I would end the stream before I would run that exit screen that I like to run. It's like, well, I just did that wrong. So I always try to get it right. So anyway.
Yeah, Jerry, I was just typing in chat because you were troubleshooting with Spring. I'm going to go ahead and jump off for a little bit because I want to jump over to the other stream for a bit and talk to those guys for a few. Because I don't know how long I'm going to stream for. I'm getting a bad headache and the cough is kind of kicking my butt a little bit. So
tell them I said, hey, and I hope your wife gets better and comes home soon. Everything should be fine. It's just,
yeah,
got to go through the motions with the hospital.
Oh yeah, will do. And thanks again, guys, for letting me pop in. Jerry, again, thanks for letting me update you guys. And if you guys, if you guys are still streaming, like I said, when they're done or when I'm done over there, I'll pop back in and say goodnight to you guys if you're still streaming.
All right. Tell them I said, hey, on the other stream.
Will do. I'll yell at them and I'll tell them they need to start watching my YouTube's a little better.
All right.
All right. Bye, guys.
All righty. I don't hear myself. Hey, it's working.
I don't hear
Hey,
myself.
Jerry. Hey.
Perfect.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yep. Sounds good.
Okay. I think I don't know which setting problem.
A problem I had a while back is this microphone right here. I would have it turned sideways and it was hearing my speakers and it was like feedback. So I have to keep it straight. So when I listen to myself out of my speakers, the microphone don't hear it. So I don't know. Anyway, that's fine. Yeah, we can hear you fine. Video looks good.
So, Spring, what does ZYLTECH have coming up?
What do you mean?
Any upcoming
new products? New anything?
Oh, we do have some new product coming soon. I think it's we are still testing it. Like the only thing I know is like 2 nozzle printer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It'll 2 separate heads.
Yeah, 2 separate heads.
2 hot ends. That would be
nozzle.
Cool.
So
well, maybe someday your company will let me review a printer. That'd be nice.
I will need to check with my company.
Yeah. Yeah, I message different companies quite often about different products, and I have like almost 6,000 people on my Facebook group. But as you know, on YouTube, I have around 1,900, and they usually say, "Oh, you got to have 10,000 people on YouTube." But a lot of really big YouTubers that get constant products don't really. I mean, I don't know if they care about their products or not. They get so much stuff. The smaller YouTubers usually put more time and effort into reviews and the videos. I think, in my personal opinion. It's just that, it's all about if the company makes money, watching that or how many people watch his videos, or his or her videos. So
yeah,
I don't want to say just men print because in my life experience, most women are smarter than most men. So and when I go to see
Really?
when I go to see a doctor, I don't want to see a man. I want to see a woman. I prefer to talk to women when I'm at a doctor's office because women are usually smarter than men, and not always, but usually most of the time. So anyway,
Men are intelligent, women are smart. So different way.
yeah. And women are usually better drivers than men when it comes to driving vehicles too. So they're safer. So, are you at GTech? Are you at work right now or at home?
Well, I'm in the office. This is the
Okay.
office setting.
Okay. Well, it might have been in your house too. I don't know.
I'm a little bit early this morning because I had a live streaming just earlier before. And I heard that you are having a hangout, so just came to say hi.
Yeah, I was working on a model here. I've got a John Wayne statue, a model. John Wayne is an American actor from a long time ago. And I bronzed it. And then his horse, which I don't have done yet. This is a Christmas present I'm working on for my wife's father. Here's his horse. And then one of the men in chat, Loyal Moses, that watches a lot of streams, wanted me to build him another one. So he donated some money to me, and I'm going to start printing one. And in about a week and a half, I'll get it done. And then I can mail it to him. And I'm thinking about doing a weekly live stream where I start selling off different prints and things that I have, because I have so many models around me and there's so many things that I need to sell. So I figured maybe I could do a live stream, and then every week I could have 5 or 10
Good
different
idea.
things to show off, and then people could pay me through PayPal, and then I could ship it out to them right away. So we'll have to see if that works out okay.
I think you can have like every week have different topic. You can plan in advance.
Let's see. And here's a spawn model I did a while back.
Spring, where's GTech located? What city?
Shenzhen.
Oh, you're in Shenzhen
China.
as well? Yeah.
Yeah, almost all them, like I think it's more than 90% of the 3D manufacturers are from.
Yeah. So do you hang out with the Creality guys too?
I know some friend, not met yet. Haven't met them yet.
Yeah.
Have you been to the market in China where they sell all the stuff? I've seen a lot of videos where they have the market in Shenzhen where there's many floors and it's parts and computers and printers and hot ends and filament. It's row after row after row in a giant building.
Not yet. I'm new.
Okay.
I will check it out.
Yeah, I've seen a few videos. I've watched
I
different people.
know there's a market like in Huaqiangbei, which is famous for like electronic devices. I think maybe you must be mentioning about that area.
I see we got a man in the group. His name is Hellspawn. I have this statue for sale, Hellspawn. If anyone is interested, I'm selling this for $300, free shipping anywhere in the U.S. It's printed at 150% scale. It was commissioned by Tony Chambers over in 3D Model Crowdfund. I took the monster, and I have the monster glued to the base. And then when I ship it, it's all wrapped up in 3 pieces, and the cape is separate. It's all FDM printed. It's not resin printed. And I printed one for my son that I posted in a lot of groups at 250%, and it's huge. It's a lot bigger than this one.
That's a good collection.
Yeah, I have too much. I first got into it and I thought, wow, now I can print models. I don't have to buy the kits like when I was a kid. And then I kind of got carried away and I ran up a credit card and paid it off and then ran it up again. Anyway, but now I have a laser printer because I want to start making goodies and selling them.
Does GTech sell lasers?
Not yet. No.
No.
Yeah, we have I think we have 3D pen, 3D printer, and also we have filament.
Yeah. Jerry is making the Ecto car with GTech, aren't you?
Yeah. They sponsored 6 rolls of the filament. And then I probably put about 10 or 11 rolls in it, but I didn't want to keep asking. So I used a lot of filament that I had. And then I had reviewed their the red, white, and blue, actually all 3 colors. and I had a lot of red left over. And I think it's great filament. It prints really nice. It's very durable. It's not brittle. It's very durable, and I didn't have any clogging issues whatsoever. The only the only filament I've ever had trouble with has been Arion. And I used to get a lot of Arion filament for free or 99% off, but it's usually very brittle. I had a lot of prints that were on 3 or 4 day prints, and then it would clog in my filament runout sensor. And it's like, you know what? I'm tired of this filament, so I quit using Arion. So some people love it and have no trouble, but I've printed a lot of things and I had a lot of problems with it. So
Yeah, having a reliable manufacturer is important when you do 3D printing.
yeah, Tony Chambers, it gets a lot of awesome stuff commissioned over on 3D Model Crowdfund. And I believe on my channel and over on my group and over on his group, he posted buy one, get one free on his STLs that he had commissioned. So he's got a special buy one, get one free.
I actually did a PETS Fang for the ZYLTECH A10 when it first came out.
Spring, the man above you where it says just an old man, that's David Petzel. He designed the PETS Fang cooling duct for the extruder on a lot of the Creality printers. He's the one that designed it, and he has it over on Thingiverse.
Scott,
he's the creator. He's
Bravo.
the creator.
Thank you. 1.2 million downloads. And I've got a design on there for the A10 and the A30.
For the extruder?
Yeah, well, for the machine itself, yes.
Mm.
You have it up there?
I'm gonna pull it up.
I don't know.
Jerry will pull it up.
1 second. Let's share screen. Okay, are we gonna?
ZYLTECH is down. It's the very ZYLTECH right there.
Where?
Second row to the right. Nope. Next there, right there, right next to it. Yep.
Oh, that's
It's a cooling mod.
That's cooling for the
Hot end.
Yes.
fan.
Cooling. Plus it has mounts on it for different auto bed leveling devices.
Mm.
And it'll also accept the E3D extruders if you don't want to use the stock extruder.
But right here, this name, that's David. That's the man there, David Petzel.
Okay.
Show her the
you have so many. You have 27 designs.
there's another page. Yeah. Show her the PETS Fang.
This is what I have on most of my Creality printers. I have this exact one. I printed it in ABS.
There's over 1 million downloads. And I do CFD simulations on them, and I work with engineers.
Mm.
And then I give it away all for free.
Yeah, people on Thingiverse obviously can download for free, and they should tip the designer. And out of the 4 or 5 I bought, I tipped a total of $15 over a period of.
You've tipped more than anybody on the planet, Jerry.
But usually on Thingiverse I don't. I usually just download. But occasionally I seen all the work that went into this, and I said, you know what, I got to give him $5 a fang here and there. So.
Good idea.
Yeah, thank you. It works well.
Yeah.
I can print 75-degree overhangs with no problem. Totally tight. Totally
that's
tight
very
layers.
skillful. How can you make it?
Yeah, works well.
Which the STL for the spawn red light?
Was that a Photos Mint?
No, not spawn. No, Photos Mint, I'm not selling any of his stuff, and if I ever do, I will contact him to see what I can and can't do. All the other stuff I printed over the last 4 years, I know what I can and can't do with what I have. But
Gotcha.
pretty much any one thing that you print from anybody, you can sell. But if you want to do more than 5 or 10 of anything, contact the designer, get their permission before you do. And then if they say it's okay, whatever they say, copy that, throw it in Notepad or something, save it. That way you know what your areas are. And then if you ever do sell anything, always list where it came from. So there's nothing being sneaky going on or people don't think there's something going on. Always list where this came from, who designed it, et cetera, whenever you do sell something. So anyway. Yeah, Red Light, if you're on, I don't know if you're on Facebook or not, but it came from 3D Model Crowdfund, the group. The man you can PM regarding his Spawn STL, his name is Tony Chambers, if that's what you're talking about. But anything here that anybody wants to know about, or you might have seen something in the background, you can always get a hold of me on Facebook, YouTube. You can PM me. Jerry Knapp is my name, which most people know. You can email me, PM me. I'm always taking PMs and calls from people.
You know, Jerry, Etsy doesn't take that much of a percentage, I don't think.
I haven't looked into it. I briefly looked at it like a month ago. I have to see if I can sell single things. I don't want to.
Sorry, guys, I got a call. I will come back later.
Okay, thank you very much.
See you, Spring. Thanks for showing up.
You're awesome. You do a great job.
Yeah, thank you. See you around.
Bye-bye. Alrighty then. Yeah, that was great having her on, other than the mic problem, but that happened, so no big deal.
Yeah, it's nice to have a manufacturer's representative show up.
Yeah, I was on one of her live streams like a month ago. She had me on as a special guest, and I think the stream is supposed to last for an hour, and we talked for 2 hours and 10 minutes, so it kind of went on for a while.
Oh my God, really? Wow.
Thank you very much, Moses, for coming out. I appreciate it, and I'll get that print started tonight for you. But thank you very much. You're awesome. I really appreciate it. He's saying bye.
See you, Moses.
Thank you. Yeah, anybody that's watching, Loyal Moses bought a print from me that I'm working on for my wife's father, a Christmas present of John Wayne and his horse. And he wanted to know what I would want if I would print one for him and paint it and send it to him. And I thought about it and said, "Oh, $200." And he gave me $275. It's awesome. He sent it to me through YouTube. YouTube takes 30%, and I'll have to wait 90 days, but still, it's money in the bank, so that's awesome. And I'll get to work on it tonight. And I thought about doing a weekly live stream. I start selling off different prints, finding different prints behind me, pulling them down on the table, and not having guests on at the time. Just stream by myself and talk to chat and show different things and see what I can sell here and there, and then ship them out USA only because it costs too much money to ship overseas. So I know a while back I mentioned earlier, a man wanted to buy one of my models he's seen on my YouTube channel, and he said, "Well, what would it cost to ship to the UK?" And the model I was selling him was $150, and the UK was almost $300 to ship it. It's like, well, that's not going to work. So yeah,
$300 to the UK.
Yeah, the box would have been too big, and figured out the dimensions. The cheapest way I could find to ship it, I don't remember what carrier it was. It was just way too much money. It wasn't practical. So
wow, that's crazy.
But yeah, whenever I do this, hopefully the next couple of days, I'll probably get a live stream together going, and Spawn will be up for sale, which is $300, free shipping anywhere in the U.S. And it'll probably cost me, I'm guessing, $25 to $50 to ship Spawn. Like I say, the box size is, it's a big Walmart box, so it's a pretty big box. So I forget what the weight was on it, and as you've seen all the packing, I had those 4 pieces very well packed, because I don't want somebody to get something that's broke. And if I should ever ship something and it gets damaged and they show me a picture, I'll reprint it, depending on what the item was. So it's no biggie, but it'll all work out. Let's see. And here's a picture of my doggies. If anybody hasn't joined us before, there's a picture of Sandy and Nikita. Sandy is my newest family member. She's on the floor. And then Nikita is my other girl. She's on the couch there, and I'm holding a treat up by my cell phone. That's why they're staring at it. They're staring at me. It's like, okay, give me the treat, give me the treat. So, and that Ghostbuster car I'm working on is right here. It came off of Colts 3D. The designer, his name is One-Eyed Monster. And the files are under $10. They're like $9.95 or something. It comes with an extensive PDF file that explains how to put everything together, how to do the electronics on it. It's got a sound file. It's got, you can print out some stickers. He sends you a deal so you can print out your stickers. And I do have water transfer stickers. I've never used them, but I got them a few years ago. So that's a great, that's what I'm printing, that Ecto one. And here's an old picture of the room before I had a laser printer where the Ecto was sitting. Or that's like a week ago. And I got a current picture here somewhere. Let me go down to the bottom. Yeah, here's a current picture. And there's Ecto one I showed a little bit ago. If anybody would like to drop in and hang out, you're very welcome to. Here's the link again. I'm streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And today is the first day ever I've streamed to Twitter. Never tried that before. So how well it works, I don't really know. We have nobody watching on Twitter or Facebook, and we have 8 people on YouTube. So I'm not sure who else is streaming right now, but they're not here. But I appreciate everybody that's currently watching or everybody that will watch. It's awesome. I love having views. I love people to like, subscribe, share, ring the bell to be notified next time I go live. So anyway. Yeah, and here's let's see, I put stickers on it, but here's a picture of that K40 laser printer I bought from Omtech in California. It's in Anaheim, California. And I had a discount code I put in my video. I'm trying to think what the code was. Lab Beast or something like that. I have the code in near the end of the video. I don't remember what the code was, but I saved like $30 or $40 on it. I just have a few upgrades to do to it now. So. And after Moses donated what he did just for buying my model from me, that's going to pay for my upgrades. So.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, very nice of him.
So what's everybody doing tonight?
And then he had, matter of fact, he donated to me before that. Before he bought that model, he donated earlier in the stream.
Yeah, I thought I remember you thanking him for a donation.
Let's see, there's another one here. Jim Sellers gave me $4.99. Are you out of your mind? And then El Moses gave me $25 initially. So that makes it a total of $300. Like, wow, it's really awesome of Loyal Moses to do that. I really appreciate it. It helps me out, helps my finances out more than you'll ever know. So, really awesome. Anyway, if anybody would like to jump in and hang out, I just posted a link. It'd be really awesome if somebody would want to jump in and hang out for a little bit. I've been streaming for 3 hours, 8 minutes, and if other people drop in, I'll go 4 hours. But if no one else drops in, I'll probably end it here pretty soon.
Well, just kick me out anytime you want, Jerry.
Oh, yeah, not a problem.
I'm working on a little electrical relay here, so.
Yep, thank you very much. Yeah, you always have, we always try to have different people on, interesting people on and talk about different things. I try not getting off the subject too much. A lot of times when people start showing off guns and things, which has happened with all the time, I don't know, a lot of places around the world to kind of outlaw guns. So that's kind of a gray area on the live streams when we're trying to stick on hobbies, but it is what it is. As long as, people don't start cussing, things like that, because about a month ago, we had a problem with a few people that had messaged me about some of the language that was used in one of the streams, and I apologize for that. So I occasionally cuss or say shit or the F word once in a while, but I try not to. But, it's not for kids. This isn't kid friendly. It never has been. But anyway, I try not to be too vulgar. But I worked construction for 35 years, so I got a mouth like
Yeah, you got to. Yeah.
I can yell and scream and be mean and turn red and horns pop out of my head and everything, but I try not to. I can turn that on and off at will as I need to. How's the weather there? How's the restaurant doing?
restaurant sucks right now. I think we had 3 people on the reservations tonight when with typically on a Friday night, we would have had 200.
What does it cost to open the doors every day with no people?
About 2,500.
Oh, wow.
So I'm losing about 20. That just comes out of my pocket every day.
Yeah. And how many people are working at that time?
5,
6?
Oh no, more than that.
Oh.
15.
Oh, wow.
I've got 50 employees.
Well, if you're dead slow, don't you send most of the wait staff home?
Tonight we had 8 people to start with, and we sent 5 of them home.
Mhm.
So
I'm assuming waitresses and waiters, I'm assuming they make minimum plus tips, right?
yes. But that typically is about $25 an hour, $30 an hour.
With tips, so you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. I know in Texas, my wife's mom and stepdad had a small bistro for 3 or 4 years till there was tax problems and et cetera, et cetera. But anyway, I think the minimum wage where they were at in that town, I think the women only made like 3 something an hour, and they're basically living for tips. And that's what the minimum wage was for that type of work. I'm thinking, wow, you can work at McDonald's here, minimum wage, and make a lot more than that. But I guess certain industries in certain states pay different things.
Yeah. Here they make $6 an hour because it's plus tips. 6.29, I think, if I remember right.
Dominic, is it like this one? So I got this one off Thingiverse and I posted a link on my group, but I printed this out in resin. I went ahead and printed it solid, even though its mouth is open. So quite a bit of it's hollow inside. It's about as heavy as a golf ball. And I'm going to paint that for my son, but I did print it in resin. My son wanted me to go in Tinkercad or something and put a hook in it, but I figured because it's got those doohickeys on it, I'll just tie a string around it and hang it. That way, when the holidays are over, we can take it off the tree and he can just set it on the shelf. It's a good gag gift, I guess. Someday when all this goes away and you have somebody over, you can say, well, I got Corona. And they're kind of like, what? And then you kind of hold them up this, say, see, I got Corona. But, it ain't really a funny thing right now to joke with, but too much crazy stuff going on. Okay. Yeah, I forget how long it took me to print these, but I printed one. I figured, hey, that was kind of cute, actually. So I printed me and the wife a second one here. So I got one each. And he wants me to paint them red and gray, which, I guess I'll paint one of them red and gray to look like the virus. Another one, I don't know what I'll do with it yet. But I have fun making stuff. It's kind of like Santa's workshop around here. And last year around Christmas, I grew my beard out a little bit. It never got long, but I did have a white beard. And it's like, ho, ho, ho. But anyway.
You'd make a good Santa.
Yeah. Yeah, my wife said I should let it grow again, but I don't know if I'll grow it back this year. But I may. So you're printing on the Ender 5. All right, awesome. And if anybody wants to drop in and hang out, I'll put the link up one more time and we'll see what happens. Now, a lot of people, I know it took me a long time when I was in 3D printing. It took me like a year before I finally went on a live stream and I wasn't comfortable with it and thought I don't want to be on camera. Well, personally, I do this so much. I love being on camera. I'm sitting there, I'm looking at people on a TV screen, I'm reading comments, and I got a camera in front of me. There's nobody else in the room, so it's no big deal. It's a lot of fun. So, and like I mentioned before, since I got the webcam now, I don't have it mounted on the monitor. I can look straight at the people on the screen, and then I got the webcam is out in front of it, like I showed earlier, and I walked around the room with the camera. I sent my phone a link, and I opened up another link with my phone a little while ago, and I walked around the room and showed everybody all my goodies. I guess I could have went out in the garage and showed you my MPCNC, but I didn't do that. So, yeah, I'll take this, my current John Wayne, I'll put it on my CR10 bed. Then I can determine when I load it in a slicer how big I made this one. I think this is at 125%, I think, but I'll have to check it. So I can start printing this for Moses. But yeah, I think that'd be awesome but yeah, I need to get an Etsy store going. I'm able to get on Amazon now and have an Amazon store, like an affiliate link type store, but I have to set it up. I forget what the name of the site was I went to before when I set it up. So when I figure that out, I can set it up. That way, when people go to Amazon, instead of just clicking my link and buying whatever they want, they can click my link and see my recommendations on different things.
I would be worried on Amazon that people would send stuff back, and especially with what you've got.
Oh, it does. No, not only selling my stuff on Amazon, it's just an affiliate link. You
Oh, gotcha. Yep.
You buy your stuff. So yeah, anything that I sell a print to somebody, all sales are final. I'll tell you all about it, show you all the close-ups you want. If something gets sent to you and it's broke, I'll reprint that part and reship it out because things happen. So, or I'll just take insurance out on it. That'd be the best way to do it if something was to get lost. Did I print us what, Betty Boop? She's asking, did you print us one? Oh, yeah. Talking about the little virus dude. Yeah, I got 2 COVIDs now. You COVID, me COVID. So anyway, yeah, I need to get the CR10 going behind me and figuring out how I'm gonna work things out for ordering parts for that laser. How I'm gonna do that. But I got a couple ideas. So anyway. Well, it's been 3 hours, 17 minutes. Like I mentioned earlier, everybody, I'm gonna be live streaming next Tuesday at 12 p.m. noon Pacific time. ZYLTECH will be my special guest from Texas. And like I say, I've got an affiliate link. I've been an affiliate for ZYLTECH for a while now. And if you use the code 3DHP, my logo at checkout is 3DHP, you'll get 15% off your total order. So, and they used to have free shipping over $75, but because of all this crap going around the world, now they have discounted shipping based on what you buy. You get a discount on your shipping. So I don't know exactly how much that is, but it's like I said, they'll have a lot of pictures of their shop. There's going to be a few giveaways, 2 or 3. I'm not sure exactly. A few giveaways during the stream or at the end of the stream. I'm not sure when we're going to do that. And in order to be eligible to get the free goodies, you have to be watching on YouTube. That way I can have Nightbot running and he can do the drawing. So, you can watch from Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube, but in order to enter your name in the drawing and, put the code, I'll put a code on the screen, whatever word, everybody will type it in, and then Nightbot will randomly draw somebody, and then ZYLTECH will mail you up that item right away. So it's pretty cool. Last year when I used to stream weekly, I would have different guests on. I'd get a roll or 2 of filament a week from ZYLTECH or Arion and do giveaways weekly, but I kind of got burned out on doing that. Companies are being out too much money every week just giving me filament when I don't have that many people watching. So it's nice to do it on special occasions. And then if I ever hit 3,000 subs, I'll probably do a giveaway. I'll have to wait till I get close. I've only got about 1,900 on YouTube right now, but I'm thinking when I get around 2,600 people or 2,700 and I get closer to 3,000, then I can start contacting different companies about sponsoring me for a giveaway. And of course, what do they get out of it? Well, I plug them in the video. I have links in the description wherever I make the post. It advertises for them. And that's the reason people give away things for streams, because it helps generate more business to come to them and people buy other products. So we'll see how that goes. And Betty Boop thinks I look hot with a beard. Yeah, but I look a lot older. When I have a beard, I look a lot older, and I don't like looking old. So, and of course, the more cookies I eat, that makes you look older too.
Yeah, but you can't argue with your wife, man. I mean, if she thinks you look good with a beard, man, beard comes on. Bam.
But if my girlfriend don't like the beard, my wife does. Well, then I'm torn between,
Well, okay, we won't go there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that new movie with Mel Gibson, Fat Santa. It's a very good movie.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's not a comedy, and
is it streaming?
I forget where I watched it at, but I just seen it. I forget what network it was on, but if you could imagine a modern day Santa Claus, what he might be like, this is perfect. So, you know, not the cartoon version, the real life version of what Santa might be if Santa was still around. So, yeah, it's pretty good. It's not for kids. It's definitely not for kids.
Oh, it's not?
No, it's not a kids movie. It's an adult movie. But yeah, it's good. So, there's lots of violence and stuff in it, but it's good.
What's the what's the premise? The premise, where's he living?
I forget what state it is. He's in the U.S. He drives an old red Ford pickup truck, but yeah. Yeah. So,
Oh, funny.
Anyway. Yeah, it's good.
Well, Jared, if you want to cut the stream off, I'm not going to hold you back.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get off here then, everybody. Hey, David, thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate it, and I'll do this again soon. So
you bet, my brother.
Let me go ahead and pop David out, and I'll say goodbye to everybody. So take care, David.
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's been awesome. Loyal Moses, awesome. Thank you very much. Red Light, David Sell, everybody. Thank you very much for the donations. Thank you very much, Loyal Moses, for buying the model. I'll start printing it tonight, and I'll get that done as soon as possible. And I'm thinking about having a stream soon where I just start selling prints, show things on the screen in all kinds of detail. Anybody watching that wants to buy them can pay me through PayPal. I'll list it on the screen, and then I'll get it on my phone or on the other monitor. I'll see it I was paid for, and I'll get it shipped out the next day, and I can start generating some more revenue. But yeah, it's been great. Thank you, everybody. And next week, like I say, Tuesday, 12 o'clock, I'll have ZYLTECH on. I'll be streaming live. And let me go to my banner up here, wherever it's at. That'll be that one right there. Anyway, so I just want to say thank you very much. Everybody have a great night. Happy printing. Please like, subscribe, share, and be safe. Wear your mask, whatever you got to do. So take care, guys.